Don't be afraid of your freedom.
Boom, here we are again, guys, we're level 1. You lot are idiots, man. Idiots.
We understand that you have to do what you have to do. But sir,
You're idiots. You're idiots, and you're tyrants trying to tell people what to do. Shush you, shush you. You're aggressive man. No time for you. Go away.
What I'm trying to say is...
You got small man syndrome. Go away.
Sir,
Go away.
Go away.
You remind me of a little Jack Russell.
Sir, there's no need for that.
Can you take that badge off? It offends me.
No.
It's a gang badge, mate. That isn't part of your uniform. That flag there is not part of your uniform. Yeah, it's a gang badge. Go actually fight some crime, yeah? You're a sausage, mate. Look, got a sausage here. Sausage! Big sausage! Big, massive jumbo sausage. See that sausage? Oh, sausages. Gamer, what do you think to all these sausages today, bro? Stay out of those dogging sites as well. Those dogging sites are not about you and your pals, you filthy animals. Don't film. Are you mad, bro? It's also publicly accessible. Section 33, Criminal Justice Act 1972 says that I'm allowed to be here. There's no barrier. There's nothing that stops me from being able to come on here. Okay, well, hang on. I'll reply to that. I did shout abuse at her, yeah. I called her a fat bitch, yeah. Oh, come out in numbers. This is the walk of shame here. The pork of shame. Sausages. Sausages. 2 meters, sir. Well, I am. I'm on my way out anyway.
You want to go in?
Which way, what?
You want to go in out?
Do I want to go out?
Yes, which way you want to go in?
I want to go in. In, out, shake it all about. What?
Which way you want to go in out?
What do you mean, which way do I want to go out? I want to go whichever way I want to go. I am a free man in a free country and I shall walk where I like to walk. Oh.
Yes, I'm free to do what I want. Free in your time. Oh God, I'm free. Yes, I'm free to do what I want. Free in your time. I'm free. Yes, I'm free to do what I want. Free in your time. I'm free. Yes, I'm free.
I'm sick to death of seeing people's rights be violated. You had a Karen in front and I thought because she see a little confrontation she was going to pipe up and tell me not to record because I don't have her approval or her say so. Well, tough. We're in a public place.
But to stop the recording.
Stop the recording, which is my right. I'm a free man. 1, 2 there. 3, 4, 5 sausages. Hey, copper! Leave our kids alone! Hey! See that sausage? Told you we were going to sizzle some sausages today, guys. Hey! Let's just keep on going and going and going, yeah? Right, who we got? Yo, I don't know if you can hear me. It's only a little tune, this will play out in a minute. Garage Stephen. Be good guy activism in there. Everyone go give that guy a sub, man. He used to hit 100k a couple of months ago.
Give thanks every morning. You know the most I never have my doubts. I start progress, I just gain in the wisdom. I standing tall with the United Kingdom. I've couple of my brothers in the system. From a place called Bad Britain. No say I feed out the demons. Know me if you protect my freedom. Give thanks every morning. Know the most I never have my doubts. As time progress, I just gain in the wisdom. I standing tall with the United Kingdom. They have couple of me brothers in the system. From a place called Bad Britain. From from a place called Bad Britain. No say I feel the demons, know me if you protect my freedom. I give thanks every morning, know the most I never have my doubts. As time progress, I just gain in the wisdom. I stand in tall with the United Kingdom. I stand in tall with the United Kingdom. They have a couple of me brothers in the system from a place called Bad Britain.
Yo. Yes, GY. I did go through the things, but let's say hello to everybody now. Got myself ready. GY Trucker, good to see you. Good evening. Rob Random, News Now Yorkshire, another person who's not long just hit the 100K. I think there was barely like anything between me and News Now. So I can't think of anyone actually that would. It was nicer to hit that achievement with at the same time. So big up News Now Yorkshire. Keep up the good work that you're doing, mate. Fantastic work, and we appreciate you, man. Monday Media, let's go. New channel, man. New channel, I hear. Let me give you a sub now, man. I don't mean to be ignorant, but I haven't come across your channel. So give me a minute, and I'm gonna. There we are. I've subscribed. Let me just hit the bell so I get those. Yeah, big up yourself. Susan, much love. DP Audits, massive respect to you. UK Auditor, love, bro. Good Guy Activism, as I was saying before, go over and sub to Good Guy Activism. Good guy over in New York. There's some great audits over there. Great audits. Audits in a very professional manner. I like his. Oh, yeah. I enjoy his audits, and he also, I think it was maybe a few months ago now, but he's gone and smashed the 100K and surpassed that. So big up to himself. Again, great work from yourself. Mellows, good to see you, bro. Jim Star, much love, man. Much love. I hope you and Stokesy are well, family are well, and I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. UK Media Watch, what's up? What's up? What's up? Big up yourself. There's been a few of you commenting, man. Shit. Mr. Chips, what's going on, buddy? Howard, good to see you. Sharon Stevens, thank you. Much appreciated. Appreciate you all of you that are subbed. It's the old cliche thing, but if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be where we were yet. Do you know what News Now? I actually haven't looked. I actually haven't looked at my emails or anything in the last few days. I should really. I'll have a look. I shall have a look. Yeah, wow, that's the idea. Get the plaque, and I said the lad could have it in his room on the wall. But yeah, big up to everyone in here. There's a few of you I'm going through. Sean the Great Gamer. Actually, I'm just friendly, health, kind, and cheerful person. Best way to be, man. Positivity is key. There's a lot of people on this YouTube that will bring you down if you let them. So you have to bypass the bullshit because it's always going to be there. And as I keep trying to tell people, just focus on the positivity, man, and the positive people. Surround yourself with that, and you shouldn't really go too wrong. I'm in from Society X's community, just here to give you a big congrats. Much love to you. Appreciate you. And might see you on Societies. I believe Societies live. Society X is live at 9 p.m. tonight, I think. Don't hold me to that, but I'm sure I've heard him say 9 p.m. in a chat earlier. So anyone wants a good live, always good discussions, debates, etc. Get yourself over to Society X at 9 o'clock. Can I come on panel to discuss your 100K celebration video? Yeah. So we'll forget about that one, Susan. We'll forget about that one. Yeah. Tom T, good to see you. Libertarian minded. Rob, the video. Damn. Member for 35 months. That deserves some kind of medal. Any needs to sleep till Reese is on pan. Oh, leave Reese alone, man. Leave Reese alone. He's a good lad. He is a good lad. But yeah, so massive respect to you all. Obviously, I think I hit the 100K about a week ago, and I should have probably done this a little bit earlier. But yeah, just a live really to say thanks to those that obviously come into the live streams. I know there's obviously only a very small percentage of people that subscribe to these channels that sometimes actually bother to join these lives. So I'd want to start with saying thanks to you guys, of course, for being subscribed, coming into the lives, watching the content, putting up with me, because let's be honest, I'm a bit like hard work at times, I guess. Right, and I definitely don't get it right all the time, and I've made a lot of bloody silly mistakes on this YouTube. But we live and we learn, and what we do is we look to just progress, really. Oh, four burger fatty. I did. Do you know what? I had McDonald's earlier, yeah, and I only had 2 burgers, Susan. I didn't have 4, 2. So I was a 2 burger fatty tonight. So yeah, I just thought I'd go live, man, and as I say thank you very much. It's much appreciated. How the hell we got here, I don't know. As I was saying about negativity, but you know what it is? It's a nice slap in the face at the same time to more of a fingers up, actually. More of a fingers up, because when people used to sit there and say to you, you've got bought subscribers, you paid for your subs, you had to beg for your subs. It's kind of like, listen, motherfucker, sorry about the language, but we got that tick. And one thing that YouTube has to do before they give you that tick is they basically have to go through your channel, almost with like a fine tooth comb, man, and they'll literally go through it, right? But they have to check your channel and make sure it's illegible. If you had things like bought subs, let me tell you, you definitely wouldn't get that tick. So yeah, big fingers up to all of them that used to spin their narratives on here. They can obviously now sit on my finger and spin instead. But yeah, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But like I said, I want to start doing some lives on here again. I've been trying to watch to see when other people go live, and because I don't want to clash with anyone else, and I don't really want to go live every night. But I was thinking maybe doing like a weekly show, or maybe 2 a week. I wouldn't really think I'd want to commit to any more than 2 a week. And just do basically a bit of what we were already doing on here, which I know other people provide on their panels and on their live streams, excuse me. But yeah, and then sometimes I've got some plans and some things lined up to do some interviews, and so some of these might be pre-recorded and it might just be put out as a video, but it might be like a panel where it's, I've invited people on, so it'd be like selected people on panel, and it will be, like I say, pre-recorded and put out as a video. Some of them I'll do lives. There's going to be some interviews in there. I want to start getting some other channels on, and doing not so much some networking, but allow us to get some people on to interview them, other channel hosts that people are interested in, some good channels. So yeah, I've got some ideas of what I want to do with the lives. But yeah, and then we'll just crack on. Obviously, work and stuff has been busy for me during the summer months for sure. So content's been a bit bleak. It's been a bit bleak, but obviously with the winter months I'll get a little bit more chance, and things are slowly starting to change in my life for the better. So in the sense of like for my time schedule, I've got to actually go out and get content. So as I say, more content will be coming soon, and obviously it'd be silly now to get to where I am and not be like, yeah, crack on and do some more. So BBA kick the missus and kids out the house because they don't have 100k. Yeah, I promise you, like, my missus definitely ain't letting me kick her out the house. I'd have a fight on my hands, I tell you that. Paul Essex, good to see you, man. Good to see you, and appreciate that, dude. But yeah, so I don't know. Everyone else good anyway? There's some of you I can see in the chat that I haven't seen for a while. Outlaw King, really good to see you, bro. Hope things are well. Anne Marie. Yeah. Jerry, great point. Do you think the collab stuff with that multi-channel business help you break America? Yeah, Rob Random. Don't think quite so. Jerry, yeah, I guess it has, right? I guess it has. Big up yourself. I don't know what I meant to call you because obviously I don't understand that name, but yeah, respect, man. I appreciate you. I always see you like in the comments chatting, leaving comments in the videos. So big up to yourself. Hope you're well. Maybe I can get more words. Sweet. But Joseph Benoit, respect. So yeah, what is going on, man? Like, what is there even to speak about? I don't know. What have we missed while I've been gone? We had the old presidential election in the US, didn't we? That was all crazy. The old liberals are still crying somewhere now, bless them. Yeah, you've got a feel for them. Yeah, and yeah, you have got a feel for them though. Like, they're all a bit nuts. If we've got any liberals in here, I don't obviously mean to offend, but you're crazy. Not all of you. There's some mediocre ones, but they're those like real extreme liberals and socialists and that. They're fucking sure they're crazy. Congratulations, BBA. Come a long way since your Toon Gremlin. Toon Gremlin, the only man to fucking basically stick it on my toes. Not in a way where like in an aggressive way, stick it on my toes. But when I'm there doing an audit on a prison and I kind of turn around and there's just someone there filming me, looking at me. And I was like baffled by it, man. It weren't until I got home that it turned out it was Toon Gremlin all along. He knew I was there and he thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go mess with BBA, make him all paranoid. And that he did, to be fair. That he definitely did. But I see some sad stuff recently. Some sad stuff. I was looking at on the news the other day that story about this poor baby that got found at the side of a motorway. What the hell's wrong with this country, man? It's going downhill, isn't it? It's going downhill. Downhill. What I do is I could even open up the paddle, I guess, for a little bit, can't I? So like I say, I'm not gonna stay live too long. Just wanted to say thank you. Bob85, you know, like they're like, to be honest with you, yeah, I'll be honest, they're like some of the videos that I enjoy the most, where like that weren't planned video, or I didn't know that video was gonna happen. In fact, yeah, like literally we'd got off the train, me and DP, And we stood there a minute, and I was trying to work out, like, right, what's our plan of action? Where are we going from here? And I turned round, and there's just this woman playing a mandolin, man. And yeah, it was. Bear with me 2 seconds. Damn, yeah, it went silent because I had a phone call. Had to take it. My bad. Sorry. What was I saying? Bob. So that video, it was like just really like unexpected, and like you say, the woman starts talking. It's like, damn. Like, I'll be honest, and I always try to be transparent. Yeah. At first, I just thought, look at this crazy lady, man. That's what I thought, right? And this is where, like, we all do it as humans, and we prematurely judge people by maybe the way somebody looks, or without actually ever speaking to a person. It's very quickly how, like, from probably my first perception of her when I turned around and see her, to when she opened up about her daughter, like, very quickly changed. And then, like, you've got that kind of conscience where you're like, damn, man, like, who am I to judge this lady, man? Look what she's gone through. And then, obviously, with what she said, I went home and done a little bit of, like, Googling, as you do, to see what if it's someone in the area, and obviously found the story. But yeah, it's tragic. But at the same time, there's some of the best videos, man, and that's like, I enjoy just getting out and interacting with people, and, like, do you know what I mean? You never know when you're going to get something like that either. They're the type of videos that are never going to do very well, unfortunately, but they're the videos that actually I think deserve all the attention in the world. Docs, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Best live ever, silence. You lot are cruel, man. You lot are cruel to me. Anyway, what are we doing? Should I put the link out? UK auditor. If you're still in the chat, it would be nice to see you jump up on the panel. I don't think I've had the pleasure of having you on the panel yet. So, UK auditor, if you're about, let me see if I can share this. It's been a while since I've used StreamYard, so I can, like, completely forgot how to use everything. The toxic spills is what it is, mate. It was the company that I suspected it was, and believe it or not, they were putting out a GoFundMe asking for the public to pay for the cleanup, even though they know who was responsible for it. They're asking the public to clean it. Madness, right? You should be used to it by now. Yeah, I haven't used StreamYard in ages. I have not used StreamYard in such a long time. I know, that's crazy. It's a liberty, that's what that is. Absolute liberty. What was I doing? Just trying to look. Pin message. There we are. There we are. But yeah, cheeky, man. Proper cheeky. Get the public to pay for it. Like, yeah, the public should pay for it. Not. You know what I mean? Get this company that have just spilt cyanide into the bloody canal. Find their asses and get them to pay for it. Madness. Proper fucking madness. See, old crazy Biden's trying to start like World War III. Anyone see that? What do you think to that, Brandon? What do you think to Biden? He's like literally like going to just try and mess things up as much as he can before this transitioning period, isn't he? I'm telling you again. Yeah, respect to him, Gremlin, bro. Take care of yourself, bro, and enjoy yourself. I like Billy Moore. Billy Moore's doing fantastic with his channel. Yeah, man. Billy Moore's doing fantastic with his channel, you know. Right. Really well. It's a fair play to him. Good to see him doing well. And Starmer wants to get us all dead and gaslight us. It's Putin. Mate, you're telling me it's crazy, isn't it? Biden is trash, but I say the same about any other candidates. So you're not a fan of Trump then either, Brandon? Brandon's like me, it's just like anti-establishment. Trump is going to save us, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say save us. I wouldn't say save us. That's a bit like, I know you're being sarcastic, obviously, right? And I know you're probably sat there chuckling right now. In fact, actually, you're probably doing more than chuckling right now, to be fair. Audit in New Zealand. Good to see you, man. Audit in New Zealand. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate you. In the US, Trump is defo the way out of this shit show. Some would disagree with you, though, Sharon. Like, some would say Trump just is a lot of hot air and says a lot, but doesn't really do a lot either. I mean, I personally think he'd do better this time round than his first 4 years. What that better looks like, I'm not so sure. Trump is a businessman, nothing more, nothing less. He only wants money for himself. Oh, well, they all want that. But I reckon my signal go there. Let no one know the word I just said. Money makes the world go round, unfortunately. Yeah, and what generates the most money? War. Again, unfortunately. So, it's one of them. Mellows, jump up, bro. Jump up. Links there. Link is in the chat. I'll put it up again. Adam, I don't know, mate. I refuse to talk about the situation because those people tried to make me look like a bad person. And I tried to explain it and tell people what happened, and no one listened to me. And I was trying to tell people that they had an agenda at play, etc., etc. And yeah, because they had an agenda, it didn't go well for them. And then, so I don't want to talk about it, mate. I said what I had to say back then, and I've kind of like I say, left what's happened in the past on YouTube in the past. I much more would rather focus on what's going on with myself, my own channel, and those that I do associate with and like to engage in conversations with. But the answer to that is I actually don't know. The short answer to that is I haven't got a fucking clue. Aye, mellows. I'm gonna do banners because I have seen some since I've been floating back around. I've seen some dodgy shit. So let me just. Christ, which ones are overlays? These overlays. Is that an overlay? Yeah, that'd do. Let's bring you on. UK Order, what's up, bro?
What's up, BBA? How
Yes,
are you doing?
I'm good, man. Mellows?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, respect, bro.
Yeah, Vincent. His name's Vincent, man. Sorry, man. I got the name wrong. I'm still ill, man. Still suffering over here.
No, all good.
Getting a little bit better though. How you doing, UK Auditor?
I'm doing just fine, thank you. How are you doing, Mellows?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
If you're not as well, people in the chat, maybe there's a moderator that can put it in. Go over and sub to UK Order, man. Go over and give
Thank
this
you
guy
very
stuff.
much. I'm humbled.
Yeah, you do some good audits, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say congratulations once again on 100k subs. You know, it's not easy hitting that milestone. I'd say even it's not even easy hitting, let's say, 10k subs, let alone 100k. So that's why I admire your content, and I obviously before auditing watched your content for a very long time. I do miss the old BBA, but the new one, I just like him as much as the old one. So yeah, I
The old
appreciate.
BBA's just the old BBA's there, man. We just paint it a little bit better now. That's all.
Yeah. Appreciate. Thanks. So, was there any
No,
questions you wanted to
respect.
ask? You don't want me asking because
No, I've got a question for you, bro. And it's one that I like to ask everyone, and it's guess I've never asked you.
yes.
What interested you in auditing? What was
So,
it about auditing that kind of like got your attention? What was it?
so basically, it's sort of a long story. So, I did auditing before, like I'd say it was 2021, 2020 time,
Yeah.
and obviously I stopped due to personal reasons. And then I think DP audits, obviously I was initially thinking of getting back into auditing, but I just didn't know when to get back into it. But then I think DP sort of hit the last straw, and when he filmed West Orchards and they basically kicked him out. So I thought, yeah, let's just go film there. And like my hometown was getting worse because me and DP are from the same hometown. And but
Well,
but why I got into auditing in the first place is, if
Hey,
I'm
man.
honest, it's sort of the similar reason why, if you ever heard of camera shy, got into sort of recording police, because, I sort of got stop searched like almost every time I got nearer to a police station, or like the police just found me suspicious. So I thought I might as well just have a YouTube channel and, just highlight sort of the corruption, highlight the disparities in the public services, and just highlight
Sorry,
highlight
man.
it. Yeah,
go on,
Mr.
you say.
That's my reason. Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. Go on.
I was saying that the main reason was I basically got stopped and sort of harassed, so I thought I might as well just document it on YouTube and see what happens if I go to a quote unquote suspicious building, or a weird looking building like a police station, or I don't know, like a council building, and just highlighting public disparities, really disparities within the public services. Sorry. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. And yeah,
Yeah,
if you
man.
guys, yep.
Yeah, big up yourself. Big up yourself. You do it well, man, and you articulate yourself well. So
Thank you.
you're
Is there
kind
any
of do
sort
well.
anything that I could improve on? And this also goes with the chat
No.
as well. If any sort of thing, if anything I can improve on, I would love
Mm.
constructive feedback. I'm all for
There's only
constructive
two
feedback.
things you really need to do, bro. In my opinion,
Sure.
anybody needs to do. There's only
Sure.
really two things any of us have got to do, and that's, I think, you got to be true, be yourself, be
Yep.
true to yourself, and always. So that reason why you got into auditing, the reason it interested you, the reason that it may have encouraged you to go and start your own channel and do it yourself, make sure that that's always the reason why. Because
Yeah.
obviously, as things grow and things change, you might get the potential to go on. You might be freaking really successful, get really good views, got all the, you're able to get up and down the country, and you're pumping loads of, and you're making like really good money off of it, maybe, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
But it always has to be, for me, I think we always have to stay true to what we're doing and the
Yeah.
reason we're doing it over anything. Over
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
No
And
matter how many people come in and try and big us up and try and
yeah.
inflate our egos, it
Yeah.
has to always be that has to be the main focus, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I was just gonna say as well that, I've seen audits and it just shows the incompetence of the public services. So it was more of a tester to see what the reaction would be. And I seen it for myself, really. And if I'm honest, I do like sort of photography as well, and I've seen the way they treat photographers and stuff like that, especially when you take pictures of quote unquote suspicious buildings like the MI6 or MI5, sorry, or whatever. And so it's like, I've just seen, I sort of gave it a go, coming back again, and I'm forever grateful.
Yeah, can I just, sorry, bro, to butt in a minute, but there's a couple of people joined since we've been talking that I haven't said hello to, and I want to. So, none of your business. Obviously, a very good friend of mine. Big up yourself, mate. I hope you're very well. And just probably a big thank you to you, Nunya, as well, bro. Obviously, at the time when I come around on the scene, Nunya, Nunya like had been about and he was known, and he supported my channel, and he shouted out the channel, and he shared my content, and he donated to the channel and things like that. And they're all things that like have obviously helped, man. They've helped me gain subscribers. They've helped me gain that coverage or some subscribers over in Australia. So yeah, man, I appreciate you, bro. And as I've said to you before, you'll always be a friend for life to me. So big up yourself, Nunya. Leo as well. Good to see you, man. It's been a little while. Much appreciated. Oi, Nostog, bro. I see you. Respect, bro. I hope you're well. And email me, bro. Nostog, email me. Yeah? My email's on my banner, bro. Just email me. Argument, respect, man. Good to see you. I hope you're well. How much does 100k subs cost, there? It's what I was saying, Nostog, man. No one can say that no more now I got the tick. Because like I say, YouTube go through all that shit, and if you had bought subs and you had loads of bots added to your account, the last thing YouTube's going to do is verify your channel and say it's illegible. So, as I was saying earlier in the live, it's a good fingers up to those that used to spin that narrative, because it just goes to show when they try and spin it with all these content creators, it's boring. We've heard it all before. Like, you know, you can sit here and try and discredit content creators and etc. But it's pointless. Like, because we know you're talking shit. One of them. But yeah, Leo, good to see you, man. You still hoping that money for the last one? You're funny, bro. You're funny. Mellows, you also good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just
You were trying to. So Trump, you were saying Trump's going to save us all, yeah?
yeah, man. Of course he is. I mean, Jesus Christ. He is Jesus Christ, isn't he? He's the second coming. Yeah, only he can save us from World War III. You know what concerns me about these politicians? You know, when they say they're going to do something, they always do the opposite.
Yeah.
Terrifies me every time they say things like, "Only I can save us from World War III." Motherfucker, the opposite to that is Jesus, man. Do you know what I mean? Oh man, hey Jersey Watcher, how you doing, bro? Jump up. Oh man, it's fucking cold. It's warmed up a little bit though, man. I put about 3 oil heaters around the house and just put more on. I spent about £20 just to heat the place.
It's cold, isn't it, bro? Real cold.
Still no snow. I'm waiting for the snow to hit me.
I got 8 inches of snow.
Mr. Chips, come on, man. No one's going to be fuming about nothing, and it'll get there as well. Like Marty plays a big part in all of this as well. Like, whether people like Marty or they don't like him, the truth of the matter is, like, I think we were having this conversation, Mellows, a little while ago, right? Like, didn't like Marty even share the likes of AB when AB first started out?
Yeah, he did. I actually remember that. It was like a long time ago. He gave a shout out to AB when he only had a few.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, when people, like, there are certain people and that were involved in auditing, especially say auditing in the UK side of things, that definitely like
really, because Marty's been around for such a long fucking time. He does deserve a lot more subscribers than he has. He should have hit this a long time ago. But that's the game we play, right? And people, you know, people just, I suppose someone like Marty has had the worst of the trolls, right? You know, like for longer than most other auditors have. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. Like, listen, everyone's allowed to have their own opinion on people, but I reckon there's far too much negativity on this YouTube
way. There's no right way.
No, there's not. That's what I'm trying to say, and I think the guy deserves respect.
Videos that he has made, he has inspired other people to pick up the camera and do it, and want to do it better than he has, or do it differently than he has, or do it. You know, at the end of the day, he achieved his goal, right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. He's achieved more than most of us.
More than most people have, you know, and he should have a much bigger channel than he has right now, in my opinion. You know, he deserves it. He puts a lot of work into it. You know?
Well, I mean, man. But I'm just saying, like, you guys, everyone's allowed their opinion. But me, like, I think it's time to start giving people credit where credit's due. And you know, like try and fucking pick people up, more people, rather than try and kick people down into the gutter. Because I see too much of that on here, and it's really like quite uncomfortable to watch sometimes. And I know, I used to be a proper arsehole who was right amongst it, but once you come away and you realise, I'm telling you, I don't just say this, I say it as someone who really does feel like I've learnt a lot from my time on here, that like it just is not worth it. And there's far more to gain from people coming together and like just trying to make these a bit more like nicer places for people to come. I just think there's more to gain from it in the long run than what there is all tearing shreds out of one another and judging a load of people that you don't even have a clue who they are. They could be anyone. Like I can vouch for UK Auditor and Mellow, so it's probably not the best examples to use, but some people on here, like I literally just go off the way they act in here, right? So you can only ever go off the way someone acts in. But it doesn't mean that is the case. They could be the worst person in the world in reality. Yeah, be nice to see people pick each other up a little bit more. And Nomadic Brit, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Nomadic's driving. Where are you, Nomadic? Where are you, buddy? You anywhere nice? Be on the road? What's the weather like where you are? Minnie, good to see you. And Nomadic, Freaking was in here. Niggy, good to see you. Yeah, big up yourselves. Jersey Watcher, good to see you. Another good US channel, people. Good, never US channel, Jersey Watcher. I recommend all these channels. Yes, evening, Mama Bear. Or
Mum.
maybe afternoon. Might be afternoon where you are.
Yes, it is afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon then. Hope you're well.
You watching?
How's things?
Snowy.
Finally hit.
I agree with that, Deborah. That's a good comment. I like that. Cannot be asked with people slagging off when they should be looking at the crap agenda. Right? Because I was saying this to someone, I think it might have been away from YouTube. It was good afternoon to you then as well, Nomadic. And I was saying, like, you know what? Like, there's a lot of people all arguing and there's all these divides in society. And I don't want to, like, you know, put a downer on and tell everyone that, like, the worst thing's going to happen. But if the worst thing was to happen, i.e. things like big wars that we're involved in and could have a detrimental effect on us that like we've never seen before, certainly not since the Second World War, then I think it's about time people start realizing that there's other shit going on and we all might just need to start relying on each other sooner rather than later. Who knows? Imagine if you can't do that because you're all fucking arguing and nobody gets on. Like, how are you ever going to survive in a situation like that if everyone's tearing shreds out of each other?
People focusing on things they don't like about each other instead of focusing on the things that they have in common or the things they respect about one another or they appreciate about one another. You know, they focusing on the wrong things. You know, we all are different, right? Every single one of us. And now that they've mixed this all up with a million different cultures and stuff, it's going to take 1,000 years before we all come to some sort of harmonic fucking universal understanding. You know, we are all different. You know, rather than focusing on things that make us different, that things that we don't like, we need to focus on other things, man. Things that we have in common, like a common enemy, for example. You know, that'll bring people together far fucking quicker and easier than, you know, things that you don't like about each other. You know, I mean, you're not going to bring people together if you just focus on things that you don't like about this person, you don't like about that person, you don't like. At the end of the day, it's not about feelings, is it?
Not really. Not when it's all said and done. You know?
Right.
I could be wrong, and I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that we can all go on, but I think it was Niggy. I think it actually might have been Niggy that I had say it on Societies a few lives ago, and he said something about like, I think this is the first like generation in a long time where you could grow up as a child, you could have a good childhood, live as an adult, raise your own family, and live a good life with no wars involved. The fact that there's been a generation that's been able to do that, I think if you look at the way history's been, it's very lucky generation to have been one where you've been able to do that with not being affected by any wars. Especially if you look at modern history anyway. Before that, it's not been so lucky and kind to people, you know. So I thought he made a good point the other night when he said that. It's like, shit, yeah, that's kind of true, that is.
So yeah,
Well, now that
WWE wife, Vincent McMahon. You remember the guy?
yeah,
WWE guy. Yeah, his wife has been made the education secretary.
she's been nominated.
Nominated. Yeah, he's
Nominated.
nominated her as the education. Oh, and that TV doctor, he's made him the fucking health fucking secretary. I mean, who we got right now? The health, isn't it? That admiral, that transvestite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gone, and he's going to replace him with the TV doctor. And this guy was all bang on the convict back in the day. Do you know what I mean? And then we've got the WWE wife, right, as an education. I mean, shit. That's going to be a shit show. It's definitely going to be some interesting time, that's for sure. You know what really scared the life out of me was the new intermediate ballistic missiles that Russia just dumped in Ukraine. I don't know if you guys caught that. These things are unstoppable, right? And if they were just inert, right? They weren't, filled with anything, nuclear or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? They were inert missiles, and they did some devastating with accuracy, with like 100% accuracy. There was no way of stopping these things, right? I don't know if you guys see it. Just go and Google it, right? There is it's an end. This is an end of game scenario. Do you know what I mean? They're not fucking around. They've already put us in the crosshairs. The UK, France, Spain, Germany, Poland. Do you know what I mean? We've given them ballistic missiles to use, and he's used them on Russian soil. So they're going to they've already told us that they're going to target us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but target us how? Because I don't believe nuclear war is not the.
No, he's going to drop some
way, man.
bombs on us, and he's all of a sudden this entire country is going to change rapidly, man. I mean, once he targets our infrastructure and he just drums, he doesn't have to drop nuclear. He can just drop, you know what I mean? That's just going to disable us completely. There's no way of stopping this. We're no match for them. The little UK is no match for them.
Mm.
You know? And NATO is just, just full of hot air. You know what I mean? They've been losing every battle. They've poured trillions of pounds into this war and they've lost every battle. Do you know what I mean? It's time to give up, man. But they don't want to give up.
No, I've said this before. These people are insane, bro.
Mm.
Yeah?
Fucking insane, man. Insane.
Okay.
They're doing this absolutely against the will of the people in every country.
All right. I'm reading the order. On November 19th, this case separated submission. Hereby, the defendant requests for the leave to file a motion in dismissed criminal proceedings is granted against Donald J. Trump.
What's Niggy saying? He says, "Well said, Mellows," and then says it's the only country in the whole of Europe that is without shelters for its people. I was thinking this, Niggy. This is like a good point, right? Like like. Listen, you never know and we all know propaganda exists, and god damn, there's a lot of it at the minute, right? But let's just say the worst was going to happen or was inevitable and it's going to happen. What do we all do? Like, on a serious note, what do we do? Because I don't know of any bomb shelters. I don't know of any drill that's ever been practiced or like told that this is like what you should do in the...
There is no time, man. There is no time. Have you seen the way these things work? By the time they've launched them, they've landed already. There is no time. There is no, oh, let's run to a shelter. It's just, oh, shit, we're dead.
Yeah, obviously, if you're in the area where it's hitting, of course. But I just mean in general, if there was an attack on this country like that, then instantly you would think, right, there's got to be some kind of drill in play. There's got to be something in place, surely. Or what? Or is everyone just sitting ducks? We're not a country where we're allowed to bear arms anymore. So it's not all like we can all go to our gun cabinet and pull out our weapons and be like, we're ready. So what do we do? Do we just like sit around and hope that someone's going to save us? The same government that have caused this issue. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, look, this is what we're up against, right? You tell me what we can do to prepare ourselves against this. Let me.
If you hear one, just run and run alive and say bye. That's about all I can do, man. I want to make sure I'm like right underneath one as well. I don't want to be like, yeah, man. I don't know.
Where the fuck did I put it?
Yes, you, Katie. We know you have. Evening, pal. Hope you're well.
You see my screen?
No, you're not sharing it. Oh, yeah, you are now. Let me bring it on. Hang on. Go on.
This is what we're up against. Done. Finished. These were inert, right? They were so accurate. They took out all those missiles that we sent over there to them, and the troops that they were all fucking. They just took them out one time, right? They dropped like 50 bombs, and these bombs split up into like 8 separate bombs and just landed everywhere. If they launch these things, right, and they've got nukes on them, UK's done, man. They've got to just target Manchester, Birmingham.
Yeah,
London.
but this is what I'm saying, bro. You say nuclear. No, I don't believe. Listen, the minute that guy fires one, Putin's also dead. You know that, right?
What I'm saying is that by the time he fires it, by the time we realize
you haven't answered that. I get that, but when he fires one, regardless of where he fires at, he's probably dead as well, right? You get that? So why would he do that?
Going to launch ours. He's going to launch the rest of his. Everyone's going to launch the rest of theirs. And
why would that doesn't exactly? I just don't see that being a viable option, even to them. That doesn't seem like a you know.
Niggy, we do have a missile defense system, and it's in Scotland, right? This is one of the reasons why unification with Scotland must exist at all times, just because of our nuclear deterrent that we have in Scotland. We have a nuclear base as well that protects the northern border. There's a narrow passage between Iceland and Scotland, the Shetland, and basically that is the area that we monitor for submarine activity, right? Yeah, other than that, you know, with these missiles, it changes the game, right? there's no time to prepare for anything. He knows where everything is. He could just drop them on us, and before we even knew what would happen to respond, we don't have the capability of responding or replying, you know, because everything's been taken out. He has far more bombs than we do. He can make them like that. We have to pay big corporations, and they charge us lots of money and make shitloads of profit out of it, and we have to go to Congress to beg for more money, and they have to print more money, and the president has to come in every 4 years and sign those checks, and it's a long bullshit process, right? Whereas Mr. Putin, he's got factories, man, just laid out making this shit left, right, and center. Anytime he wants to make new tanks, new bombs, new missiles, he just conveyor belt. He's got factories producing this shit. They're not making profit on him. He owns this shit. He makes this shit. It's like cost to him. What it costs us for one missile, he can get 10 missiles out of it, maybe more. He doesn't pay the same. You know?
I stick to what I'm saying, man. It's all right him firing them, but then it's the end of him. Why would he want to do that?
Is it the end of him? He's been rolling out nuclear radiation shelters to all his people. He's been doing running drills. He's prepared, man. He's got nuclear bunkers prepared. And he's drilling people. Everyone in Europe, across Europe, is preparing for a war. In Switzerland, they've been telling people, blah, 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 they've got nuclear shelters, and they've been dropping all these little leaflets.
To be fair, Switzerland do have great.
War, except for the UK. The UK, everyone's oblivious over here. They've got this fucking psychopathic nightmare in office, right? I don't know if you've heard his reply. He's a babbling fool. The way he's carrying on, he's sleepwalking us into nuclear war, right? We are going to get in. We are basically an attack on the UK is imminent, right? Because of this knobhead that we have in power, right? He has to go. Mr. Keir Starmer has to go. The guy's a psychopath, man. We lost one bit. The guy's a psychopath.
No, I was thinking that.
He has to go, man. I don't know if you saw his recent reply, you know, on the news. I mean, the guy's a babbling fool. He's deluded.
Mama Bear, not letting me bring you on. It says kick from studio. I think you need to come out and try again. It's done. Yeah, acting silly. I don't know, man. Like, how much of this is all just like for show, and is like a whole fear factor and a way of pushing other agendas? Like, I don't really believe these people.
100%. But they're playing with fire, you know. This game that they're playing, right? In order for them to corral us and, you know, erode our civil liberties, right? Clearly. Right, to control us. It's all a transfer of wealth and control, you know, and sovereignty. That's what they're doing.
Come up, Rob. Come up, mate. I'll put the link out for you. Come up and have a chat, buddy.
They basically They're basically consolidating the power, centralizing it. Right. That's what they're doing. Our health system is up to the WHO. Our legal system is up to fucking, you know, some unelected people in Brussels. Our fucking democratic system is over there in fucking thousands of miles away in a different country. We've lost any control. I mean, we're voting just to consent to being governed by these people. That's why they need us to vote. That's why they threaten us. You got to go and vote. Oh, you're an idiot if you don't vote. Vote for this one. Is vote for that one, or if you don't vote for this one, it means you're not going to vote for that. If you don't vote at all, it means it's a vote for the other guy, and all this bullshit. Just psychological operations in order to wind everybody up so they can go out and fucking consent to this shit. When you vote, when whoever voted for fucking Donald Trump voted for more of this stuff.
No, they didn't.
They're not going to save us.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
They consented to it. When you vote, you consent to this shit. You vote for Keir Starmer, it means you're down
Don't
with
blame
what's
Trump,
going on.
though. Don't be saying, oh, it's going to be worse because Trump's in, because that's not true, bro.
It's a WWE wrestling match, man. They're all in on it together, bro. This is what most people don't understand. The guy who bailed him out, man? The guy is beholden to the fucking people, these elitists, man. The same people that want to control the world. Same people, man. They're just making it as if they're against each other so we can consent to this shit, right? That's all it is. No, we're going to consent to different dictator. We don't want to be...
bro, got ya. Got ya.
Oh, someone coming up.
Yeah. What's up, bro? You good?
Hey, Rob.
Yay! Congratulations, 100k, man, with your fucking funny tick and stuff. Jesus. Fucking hell. I didn't ever sort of like realise that you'd shot up so quick. And I think it's all down to Mellows, really, and those other panels and that. So well done, Mellows. Cheers for getting him there.
Brilliant. What's going on then, Rob? You good?
Yeah, all good, bruv. All good.
What's happened to YouTube while I've been gone, man?
Oh, fuck me. So
I thought, right, now, I just want to point something out. Now, I thought if we were to rewind, and I don't want to go like back and over it, just something I pointed out, but if we went back a year ago, there were certain people in this community that said, get Bear out of this community, he's toxic, get him out and we'll have a better community. Well,
yeah, sorry about
obviously, so I go on my merry little travels for a little while and go reevaluate just life in general. And I obviously sit behind the scenes and I'm still watching and I'm thinking, well, I was just waiting. I'm just wondering when this better community is coming.
It's proper gone downhill, isn't it?
It's hypocritical, right? You're going to shut someone down, right? For them using their freedom of expression while you're supposed to be sitting there fighting for your freedom of expression. That's a hypocritical stance to take.
Oh, it's mad. I don't know if it was Rob. It might have been someone else the other day, but I was in a chat and I was literally like, the comment was no more than a banter that other people were also commenting about in the chat, right? And someone straight away was like, Bear's mask slipping. I've seen his mask slipping a couple, and it's like, like, what? Like, hang on, sorry a minute, I forgot. Bear's not allowed to have an opinion, is he? He's got to keep fucking silent. Yeah, it was weird, man. Really
You're not
weird.
even allowed to make any mistakes, Bear. Honestly,
No.
You have to be you have to walk on water, right?
Well, I can't. Everyone can make mistakes, but the ones we've got to look to not make are the ones that we've already made. Like I say, like the whole idea of mistakes, I guess, is if you are going to make them, or if you're somebody that happens to fucking, trip over a lot and fucking make these mistakes, then like at least there has to come a point where you have to learn from them mistakes. Otherwise,
tie your shoelaces.
Yeah,
and a lot of people tend to repeat their mistakes and their beefs. That's what gets repeated.
It is, mate. It's insane. It's I say nicer. It's not nicer because now, like, it gets to a point where I don't really want to get too involved in it. But like when you're not as heavily involved, you can definitely sit back and just laugh at it more and think, "Fucking hell, these people on these panels are insane."
Oh yeah, it's entertainment in certain ways. Cringe entertainment. Can't look away from it. It's like, oh, here we go, car crash time. Shall I? Yeah, bonga.
That's exactly what it is. Everyone's intrigued, right? We can all sit there and moan about these lives, but there's something about it, isn't there? That just an element of it that makes you think, I've got to see where this is going.
Yeah, well, when you've seen it on about 3 other lives, you know what I mean, and you think, it's like the continuation. I don't want to miss an episode and like fall behind and miss a story. But yeah, I mean, some of these channels, they get in sort of like 1-2K sort of like subs and that, and they think it's because they're liked And it's not. It's just everyone keeping an eye on their bullshit. And so it's like, oh, they've put a live up. Oh, they've put a community post.
I was thinking of finding some, like, maybe we should do a live one night, right? Where what we've got to do is I'm going to sit and write down all the buzzwords. So all the kind of words that you see get used a lot. So wrong'un for me would be a buzzword, yeah?
Can I chuck in narrative?
Narrative is another buzzword that gets used a lot, right? And I just want us to go through and see if we can actually find a definition for these things, right? Because it seems like wrong'un, we use wrong'un because that gets used a lot. Everyone's interpretation of a wrong'un seems to be slightly different. Just to kind of like, I'll put myself in there. Well, I might sit there and go, oh, that person's a wrong'un. But like, define a wrong'un. Because like, I guess when you say the word wrong'un, I mean, should that really not come with like the worst of the worst? Like to be a wrong'un, like you've surely got
straight away. In my mind, it just hits straight away that they're going to get hunted down by a team. That's a wrong'un to me. That's what comes to mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not wrong'un for calling someone a twat or something, but no, wrong'un is like, yeah, they're mentally deficient in some way. It's never going to get fixed. Put them out of our misery. Thank you very much. Fucking wrong'uns.
Just everyone's got this different interpretation of what a wrong'un is, man. It's quite funny.
And they are the arbiters of what's right and wrong, right?
Well, you know.
It's just
Nathan Benson, prime example.
Some people always see auditors as wrong'uns, right? I mean, shit. Some people see auditors as, you know, like activists fighting for their freedoms, right? Their right to record in public.
Can I upset you with my what I think auditors are?
Yeah, no, I don't mind anyway. It doesn't upset.
You've probably heard it before from me. I do try to wind people up with it, but you know, you're all grasses. You know what I mean? But before you stab me in the face, there's good grassing and then there's bad grassing, but it's still grassing. So you know, it's a good grass, a bad grass, but it's still a fucking grass.
I'll take that as a compliment.
So what you take from that then is auditors have become the thing that they used to once say they were against, right?
I suppose so.
I keep on hearing a lot of that, so that's why I said that, because I've heard that a few times. You've just put it in a more very blunt way, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I try to mince my words up.
That's mostly with people who weaponize their stuff. I mean, there's a lot of people who weaponize their race, their disability, and they've just found another way to weaponize their rights and use it to attack people, right?
Yeah. There seems to be a wave of auditors out there that seem to give auditors a bad name. You know what I mean? You can count on your hand, or both hands, you know, I'll try and be fair to you. Good auditors that go out there and just record what's going on. If there's an interaction, it shouldn't be by them. You know what I mean? You know, it's a case of they are just their silent recorder of something that shouldn't be happening, you know, whether it's police, security or whatever. But yeah, the ones that go out instigating aggro and hassling people, that does annoy me a bit. You know what I mean? It's like, fucking hell, you come and audit me. If I was working security, and I've done a fair bit of it back in the day, but it was all with dogs, and it's like, that dog's going to eat well today.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you've been in security, yeah? So
yeah.
You're at work doing whatever you're doing, and there's some random bloke out on the public road or on the public path, and he's just kind of filming the building. Surely you know as security that like that ain't worth going over and at that point and approaching him, right? Whoever that individual is.
Yeah, it don't matter until they step on the property when you know what I mean. That's what you're securing. If you're doing security,
there is no security
someone on your fucking ground and putting your job at risk. You know what I mean? Because you're not supposed to be there, so fuck off. But yeah, in public, you know, fucking we, you know, I say we all know the rules on that, but it seems like a lot of people out there don't.
My issue is people now are, without realizing subconsciously, are becoming authoritarian, right? That they feel that they have the right to dictate to others what they can and cannot do, and by force, and they're willing to break the law and attack people, right, if they don't comply with their demands, and they see it as disrespect when they don't do what they're told, right?
You see that a hell of a lot. You do see that a hell of a lot.
Yeah, this authoritarian mindset, this has to change, right? We're not a communist country, right? We have freedoms.
We are a police state.
Well,
there's a lot of entitled people coming about.
That's the truth. That is the truth. We are a police state, aren't we?
This is the problem with freedom. You have you have the freedom to advocate for less freedom, right? That's the problem with freedom. You can go and vote for less rights. You can go and willingly waive all your rights, and
I'm going to roll another. This is getting deep.
You know, this is madness. People are being brainwashed to believe that, in the name of safety and security, right? And they're playing to feelings, right? Feelings are, basically one man, but might be okay. I understand people have a medical condition where they don't like being stared at and looked at, and it freaks them out. You know what I mean? But I'm sorry, if you are one of these sort of people that has some sort of disorder, then you shouldn't be in a public facing role. You shouldn't be in the public eye where you have a body cam and you're recording everybody, but the minute someone picks up a camera and starts recording you, you have a problem.
That does make me laugh, and it does. All this time later, it still makes me laugh. Two things is, one, when you can be stood somewhere, someone will come out of a building, walk all the way over to you across a whole yard, walk over to you, and then be like, "Can you stop filming me?" It's like, are you mad? Are you fucking mad? It really annoys me. Every time it gets me, man. I'm just like, what?
Wow, they have a body cam.
And then all of a sudden they pull their phone out and start filming you. Right. And it's like, hang on a minute. You've got such a problem. You've literally just told me it's against the law to do that. But now you're going to pull your phone out and now start filming me, even though you believe that filming and doing what I'm doing is illegal. So now you're going to go and do what you believe is an illegal act, even though it's not, just because your argument is someone else is doing it. That logic is dumb. That is such a dumb logic. And then the third one is, even if you can film me, which of course you can, but that same law that allows you to do what you're doing is the same law that I'm abiding to. It's the same right that I'm choosing to exercise.
And then they found.
Okay, order. Go on, bro. I know you wanted to say something.
I'm sorry for interrupting. No, I apologize, but I was gonna say, that's a funny one, and and you just reminded me that's sort of another motivation as to why I sort of went into auditing. I just found it funny, and throughout my experience, I find it funny and hypocritical that let's say the said Karen, I would like to call them the Karen or Darren, says that you can't film, right? And then gets his or her phone out or its phone out and starts filming you. Or does something worse.
Bro, I'll never forget, me and I think it was Ryan Rampage. So this was going back a couple of years ago. It was during, was it the Olympics or maybe it was the Commonwealth Games? We had the Commonwealth Games, right? Yeah. So we went to Birmingham. And they were setting up, I think it was the Alexandra Stadium or whatever. And they were, getting it all ready. And we started filming down there and these security guards. And we were just like, yo, lads, I would like film around here. And they were like, we'll get permission. Can we get permission? So they were like, okay, we're going to take you, to where the people that will give you the permission, right? I was like, all right, sound. So he's kind of follow me. So we're following him, and as we're following him, we're pretty much behind the scenes at this point, right? We're back where at this point, no one, once it is up and running, no one's going to be back here apart from contestants and the media. And we got took into this little cabin thing, and they just switched on us, man. like, get out, get out. Next thing they were getting the police, security were trying to close gates and restrict our movement. It was insane. It was like we
That's
literally
funny.
got invited in to then like be treated like some kind of criminals. Like, I'll never understand the logic.
I know that actually gives a great idea. I think for like auditing going forward, moving forward, is I think
It's about knowing your
ask
boundaries.
permission whilst having it documented. I think that would be hilarious. Like what Bear and Ryan Rampage did. I don't know if I can find the video if it's uploaded
It's
on
about
YouTube.
knowing your boundaries, man.
It's there. I'm telling you, it's weird, man. Like
knowing the law, right? When you go to these places, and even if they invite you on, right? Once you're invited on, they can dictate to you on their private property whether you can or can't record, right? So fair enough. They can't stop you from recording physically because that would be a crime, right? Of assault, right? But they can ask you to leave, and that's it, right? They mustn't do anything else, especially by closing the gates on you and locking you in. That would be a crime, right?
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, you can't tell someone to leave, and then when they're trying to leave out the nearest exit, you're restricting not letting them leave.
Yeah.
That's got to be.
Even if you do call the police, know that when they do come, they're going to side with them, and they're not going to do anything to them unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, of course, we know this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I personally, like I said, have no problem with. I don't know if Rob was still security, him telling me to leave, but it's like the fine line. There's a fine line between telling someone to leave and then preventing them from leaving and imprisoning them, essentially. So it's like that's what I like about auditing is it highlights these stuff, and yeah.
You're better off staying outside the border, knowing where your boundary is, and knowing that whilst you're on that public property, right, there is nothing no one can do and dictate to you what you can and can't do, right? So they have no authority to tell you what to do, but the minute you cross that boundary, right, you literally, they can tell you to stop recording, and if you don't, they can ask you to leave. Do you know what I mean? And that is literally it. They can't do anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Detain you and force you to delete stuff, because all of that is a crime. All that is assault and kidnapping and all this stuff.
Yeah, when I'd done security, it was literally just before the times of mobile phones and cameras and that. So yeah, there was definitely different rules back then.
Well, the job of security, any security, if you read the policies, right, it's basically, boils down to observe and report. The only time that you can physically put your hands on somebody is when either someone is in, physical danger, or if they're attacking somebody, or if they're damaging some property or something, you can get involved, right? If you're just asking somebody to leave because they're recording, right, you can escort them out. And when it says escort, you've got to be reasonable, right? Means you can escort them out. You can gently move them on. If they resist, then that would be aggravated trespass. Now you, as a security, what you're supposed to do is take a step back and call the police, right?
Yeah.
Not go hands-on and start beating the people up, because, we're not in 1970s anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I find crazy, would you say it's safe to say, let's say, I'm just going to go based on my lifetime, so I'm going to talk around at the moment, I'm going to say a 20-year period. So let's say go back 20 years. Don't you think there's a lot more security guards just like everywhere now?
Yeah.
Even like in small shops where maybe you wouldn't have once had security guards now have security on them.
Yep.
Like every place, even like shopping centres, Sainsbury's or whatever, they've all got their security. You used to have sort of like people going around seeing if people were thieving and that was their only job sort of thing. But generally, when I was doing security, it was on yards. It was on like when all the cables were being put in for the internet and stuff everywhere. You had all the diggers and stuff like that, and I was on yards with dogs. Or a building site, so they didn't want someone going in there and nicking the fucking newly installed kitchen units. Places like that, you didn't have security back then, apart from on the door of a club or something. You know, that was it. Nothing like it is nowadays. Nothing like it.
Too many of them now. Too many. And listen, people are going to maybe like
English as
shoot
well.
me down for this comment, yeah? But I think there's enough videos out there to show that I'm not really picking on any particular better people, but there seems to be a lot of people in security these days in public sectors that like don't speak very good English at all. They don't understand what English laws and stuff even are.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
And they're completely in the wrong role, surely.
Yep, exactly. I just wanted to add on as well that, you know, you were saying that the security, you know, I've noticed it within even 5 years that there's lots and lots of security.
You know, to play the
Even
devil's advocate here,
even
it's not just people of other races that are, you know, just been in the country that don't know English law. It's people that have been in this country and they're born in this country and they've been and they still don't know, right?
No, I understand that, but there are a lot, right, where even like there's instantly a communication breakdown with a lot of the security guards because they don't speak, like their English really is not good at all. Not good.
I've noticed this in a lot of supermarkets, as well, well-known supermarkets, you know, and the BBA has uploaded videos of Tesco security. Just, I don't know if it was going hands-on. I don't remember.
It was an Audi. That was an Audi. It's happened on more than one occasion. It's happened, like I say, there's been an experience from my partner.
The reason why is
I've highlighted videos from other people that have been in there, and this security guard's even, I believe, been arrested at some point, and he still works there to this day.
Oh, he's been arrested for what? Do you know?
I'm not too sure. It's got to be around some kind of assault or something. I don't actually know what the reason for it was, no. So I can't really speculate on that. But
I believe the reason why it carries on the way it carries on is because it's not been, no one's put it in check, right? When police do get involved, they normally don't do, you know, the job that they're supposed to. They're arresting the wrong person. Do you know what I mean? Or you know, they won't enforce the law, you know, equally. You know what I mean? And they get away with it. And the more they get away with, the more they carry on, and the more that they think they can get away with it, until finally it just escalates and it ends, you know, with someone getting hurt. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, man. Yeah, so I don't know, like I say, auditing. If some people find it.
I think there's more of a need now for auditing than ever. And I don't think it should be to a select group of people, right? I think everybody needs to pick up the phone. You remember that time when they hounded you?
I'm gonna argue.
Everyone pulled out their phone and started recording.
Yeah. That's different. So that's what I'm on about. What I'll advocate for is I'll advocate for everyone when in a situation where they think they can pull their camera out and catch something that they think is an injustice, or they're having their rights violated or whatever. I do believe everybody, one of the first things they should do, because most people have all got smartphones now with a camera, I do think that you should exercise your right to document that. I think you should. However, I would not advocate for everybody to set up a channel, build a platform, and do this 24/7, because it's fucking risky. It's time consuming. It's just a risky game, man. So unless you really, really actually got a passion for it, or I'd say don't do that. And it's not for everyone either. There's some people, I think, that
I agree with that.
Yeah, but I do think we need to teach everyone that when in a situation wherever you feel uncomfortable, like we all have a phone, and it's always okay to film pretty much anywhere in this country. So therefore, like,
not just when it's
document
just, not just to when it's you affecting you, but when you see someone else in the street, you need to pull that.
Yes, I agree with that too.
That's when you need to pull it, because he can't. He's about to get arrested. You need to fucking pull out that phone and record, because he can't.
So next time I see Bear jump the queue at Mackie D's into the front, I bang out my phone. Right.
That would be a great audit, to be fair.
Fucking queue jumper. Don't you know the rule?
No problem.
How many burgers are you ordered? That would be a matter of public interest.
Well, that's it. There's another half hour waiting. Jesus Christ, you have to slaughter another cow.
No, seriously, anything of public interest, right? You're walking down a road, right, and you see some spillage or something, or some whatever, you know, the factory doing something that they shouldn't have been doing, or dropping something. Pull out your phone and record that shit, man, because you don't know what the fuck's going on, right?
Well, with all this war business going on, I live about 2 miles away where they make the warheads for the Trident missiles in our subs. And then, yeah, about 7 miles.
They're not going to tell us. They're not going to tell us what's going on.
I did see a shitload of like police vans. You really got to worry if you see their green vans, which have got like fucking pipes on the roof and all sorts of weird stuff. No, blacked out windows and shit. And but yeah, there was a shitload today went flying past of. And it was like, where are they going? I get leaflets through. I'll get a whole pamphlet through to tell me what to do if I hear the sirens of the local nuclear fucking place. And it's like, great. That really does make you sleep well at night. So, yeah, just basically get under a table. Maybe put a mattress up against the window. It's not no change from the 80s.
Do you remember that old video, that black and white video they showed us of what to do in the event of a nuclear?
Bro, hang on. No, not all of us do remember black and white this, black and white that. All right. Oh, shit, guys. No, I don't remember that. This is what I'm saying. They ain't told us shit, man. They just told us that we're untouchable. And we won everything. Now, I'm not so sure.
The world.
No, I'm not so sure. I'm thinking, But, listen, man, I've been known to be a flip-flopper. I've been accused of being a flip-flopper on here before. So, all goes wrong. I just join the enemy, don't I? You know what I mean?
Yeah, pick your side fucking cleverly.
Right?
Double agent. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
You don't have to worry about picking sides, man. They're going to drop one on us, man.
What are you on about, man?
Fucking hell, Mellows. Jesus
I need to go away and work on my Russian.
Yes. Yep.
Like Russians, don't they put a W on the end of everything? Right. No, it's weird, like the Russian accent.
Oh, mate, if I try and do a Russian accent,
Niggy, exactly, bro. You know what they say about rats jumping on a sinking ship and all that, right? That'll be me, mate. I'll be gone. Right, see you later. Communism's not that bad after all. Let's go.
Yeah, BBA. That's the spirit. I'm with you on that one.
You know what I mean, bro? You just got to make the best out of bad situations.
Exactly. Maybe I'll even delete my channel if they ask me to.
Listen, in fact, if anyone was half clever, now obviously not me because I'm telling you all and not done it, right? But I'm sure it wasn't all that long ago that Putin put a public invitation out to all Brits. Anyone wanted to come over and live there, and he was welcoming people over.
What's their policy on weed?
Can we audit in Russia? You know, there's this channel.
We can ask all those questions later. Don't worry about that. Just get out of the way, man.
Right. Oh right, yeah. We could ask later. There is a channel on YouTube called Stop the Douchebag. I've heard they are in jail, but maybe that's what we could be doing as well. We gotta make a plan somehow at BBA.
That's it, man. And I'm thinking I'm thinking ahead.
Yeah, we need you to hit 1 million subs, or even 10 million.
No,
Fuck
man.
that.
Maybe I should drop him a
Unbearable,
tweet. Maybe I should drop him a tweet on X. Be like, oh, Putin, what's going on, brother? Again. I mean, I reckon I could stop this war quicker than fucking Trump. What did Trump say? 24 hours?
Yeah, 6 hour sesh. That'd do it.
Yeah. That's it. Come, Putin, come round, mate. Let's have a smoke. Right? By the end of it, it'll be that chilled out. It'll be like, yeah, no
Imagine
problem.
that, all the countries bringing their best grows and like having a little share around, like, yeah, check this shit out. This is hazy as fuck, man.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Instead, they're all on the fucking cocaine and want to fucking kill each other. Like, damn, just smoke a spliff and chill. You know? Instead, they're all just raging cokeheads. They want to drop bombs on each other. Like, they think they're sat down playing a game of battleships. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fun to them. It's something to do, isn't it? And at the same time, it makes them more money. So why not? It's fucking crazy. Like all these wars we've had in history, all the things that you get taught growing up, and it's like, did no one learn nothing? Does anyone ever learn anything?
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask a quick question? News Now Yorkshire is saying BBA would sell us all out for 4 burgers. Is this true, BBA?
The burgers, I don't know. Do I get fries?
That is true. Even I would do that probably. Me and you, BBA, we should
No, because I'm saying if you like chuck in some fries, I'll give up a couple of burgers, and I'll tell
let's
you.
Go. Can I join in as well?
I'm off with my 2 burgers and my fries. I'm off, man. See you later.
As long as you allow me to come with you for a split second, then I'm fine. And then we'll just split. We'll pretend we didn't know each other, all right?
I'm only joking, guys. You know, really, when it all goes wrong, I'm going to be like one of the last people left. Even the mainstream media by this point will be running. And you're going to find me somewhere like some goon stood there with my fucking phone doing a live. Like, as this missile comes heading towards me. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I've got you all, man. I'll keep you all tuned in and up to date for as long as I possibly can. But like I say, once that bomb hits me, right?
I bet you do my edit by just at the moment it's going to go off. You fucking dip to the floor by accident or something. I fucking hate those pavement shots. Boom, and it's like, oh, you can't. You fucking moved your camera. What? And would it be in landscape or portrait? Where's the future heading?
Ours, mine, was the generation that was going to fix corrupt politicians and the rest of it. That went well, wouldn't you say?
Ain't fixing shit, man.
I think, and this probably isn't the comment to say off the back of that, but don't you just think in general, like fucking the whole younger generation are proper woke as fuck, and that being woke as fuck is like what is never gonna win us anything. Like we're never gonna get anywhere ever. Like I don't know. Surely that's just. I don't know. Woke people are crazy, man. They're nuts.
Do you
They're
have to
really
have
nuts.
a man bun and skinny jeans to be woke? Because I'm quite against
No, I don't think so. If you've got blue hair and wear like I don't know fishnet stockings on your arms and shit, then yeah, you're definitely like in that club, ain't you? If you're like maybe a chick, but you got a dick and things like that, you're definitely down that line. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're the type of people that are going to go out and save us. Fight again. Yeah, all right. Brilliant. Fantastic.
It's not going to happen, is it?
Niggy Burke says, honestly, I see the rise of fascism. That is the next threat. I know. I agree with you. Again, these woke motherfuckers are very fascist. They sit around calling people fascist all the time, but they are some of the most fascist people in society today.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, it's weird.
That's how it
They're the
works.
people that were genuinely meant to be against fascism. The left. How does it work that it come round that the left are actually fascists?
When you go to the extreme, you become the very thing that you hate in everything, right?
They tend to use the same tactics, so they become the same.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's crazy. I've said it before about like these. I'm talking like the protests now. Yeah, you go to these protests and like everyone thinks. Oh, a lot of the time, not saying it doesn't happen, but you know, like a lot of the time, it's not actually like the Muslims like that are genuinely there. You know, all of them are there for probably what they believe is all the right reason, right? The others, not so much. When you got like the upper class white middle people, like middle class people, like I said, and I've just described the way some of them dress, and they're like trying to attack you and shit with their fucking flags, and it's weird, man. That you're standing there, literally filming, minding your own goddamn business, and they'll come up and start calling you a Nazi and a fascist. It's like, what? Excuse me? Who are you? Like, what are you doing? Fascist? For filming? I've never heard nothing so fucking absurd in all my life.
Next
Antifa
time someone comes up and does that to you, just go, 9!
News Now Yorkshire. And that's the best way to put it. Antifa is apparently meant to be an abbreviation for anti-fascist, but actually Antifa are fascist.
Depends on what you mean by fascist, my opinion.
Depends. I mean, there's a definition. Right?
Say that again. What was that, Mellows?
There is a definition, right? I mean, it's not like, there's different types of fascists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
It's just a hypocrisy. My belief is that most people, right, especially most people in these groups, are either manipulated, right, or a low level IQ and easily gullible, brainwashed, manipulated, right? And also there's an element of, at some point, at some level, there's a level of coercion and planned agendas. Somebody who's actually getting paid to push a certain narrative, right? But most of the people that go to these places, it's cognitive dissonance. They're all brainwashed. Most of the people don't even realize or don't even know why they're there. They just know that they need to be there for some reason. Do you know what I mean? And they all operate under feelings, right? So because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they don't know the law, and they don't know, then they all operate under feelings. And like I said, we are slowly drifting into these authoritarians, where people feel the need to tell others what to do. They think they have the right to tell people what to do with themselves. Do you know what I mean? Which is kind of dangerous, right? Especially when we go by feelings now, and you feel that somebody needs to go and fuck himself. You might.
If I hurt your feelings, I'm going to call the police on you. Yeah. It's illegal to hurt my feelings.
Right. This is dangerous, man. This is really dangerous, slippery slopes. I mean, I thought we got over this, but then somehow, we got back to it. I mean, think about comedians, literally comedians, right? Make a living, right? Making a piss out of people. So now they can't even make a living out of taking a piss out of people from fear of being, attacked, literally attacked. You say something, you're a fucking Nazi, you're a it's a fucking joke, man. Do you know what I mean? Chill. Now we're gonna go by feelings, Oh, I identify as a unicorn and you hurt my feelings.
I agree what Niggy's saying there as well, because I think it would be disingenuous of me to just turn around and say, actually, like I do sometimes, that all the left are nuts. All the left people are nuts, because they're not. They're not. Like, there are more extreme extents of an ideologies of left way of thinking than right. But also, when you look at maybe just the protests, for example, like Niggy's saying, any that seem to last more than a week or so, you know, they start to attract a certain kind of protester. Certain kind of protesters seem to start merging all of these protests. Just like you see when it doesn't matter what protest you go to, you'll see the same fucking protesters there. You know, it's like fucking hell, you can't literally be like, you know.
I mean, bring back people like Swampy, fucking up a tree, got more coverage than any of these protests get nowadays, and he just sat up in the tree getting bunged up.
You know? Sorry, Rob. I was going to say, I actually think some of them get paid to do that, to stop people, and they get money to do that. You know, they're incentivized to stop something going on, or to, you know, I actually feel people are getting paid to do that. I mean, why else attack somebody like that? You know what I mean? It's just weird, man. You know, and you're there religiously week after week at every fucking protest and attacking people and doing shit like that. I mean, you got to be getting paid, right?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Well, it ain't cheap, right? For a start. Do you know what I mean? And you might get nicked, so, you know, there's a risk.
UKG's got a point as well. Removing the right to offend also removes the right to disagree. Which is kind of right, yeah, because you can disagree with someone, they can then be offended by that, so therefore you can't disagree with someone, right?
Well, that's the beauty about freedom, right? We have the freedom to disagree.
Big up, drama. Appreciate that, bro.
And not be punished for it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, shit, that is the essence of freedom, right? How else are we going to stand up and speak out against injustice if we can't disagree with the dictator of the day? You know what I mean? Because we might offend them. What kind of stupid shit is this, man? People need to start waking up, man, because they're delusional. People are delusional. We can't go by feelings.
I do hate that term people use, like, don't take offence, but Mellows, that spliff in your avatar's mouth is right skinny, bitch spliff. But don't take offence.
Don't take offence, but I know that what I'm about to say is probably going to offend you, kind of thing. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know it's going to offend them. You're pre-warning someone that I'm going to offend you. Don't pre-warn them. Bring it out in a shocking sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was only joking, Mellows. Don't fucking. You're all right, bruv. You're all right. Don't.
Yes.
I'm learning it. I'm learning sarcasm. It's my favorite.
I don't know, but I know, like, we've got to start somewhere, and if I would start anywhere with issues that we have in this country right now, it would be getting Keir Starmer out of government.
That's got to be the number one fucking.
Has to be right now, the number one priority, I do believe.
Everyone's mind right now. Everyone's mind in this country. We need to get that idiot out of that seat, right, and put someone in there that can fucking de-escalate this shit, like tonight, right? That's how quick we need to do this. Because we're all fucked if we don't do this. If we just sit here and think, fuck me. We're sleepwalking into a nuclear war, man. And this idiot is going to drag us all in there without us. I don't. It's got to be the number one topic on everyone's mind.
It can't happen. It can't happen because I've just renewed a 24-month contract with Sky in my internet and that. Right. So it ain't going to happen, bruv. Don't worry. We got at least 24 months.
About the debt that you're going to get into with them.
But while I'm fucking mounted on the floor.
while you're dust. You know what I mean? You know, because you think Sky's going to release you of your debt to them?
No, well, kids, there'll be bills coming.
Bills are coming, man, for sure. Any confirmation until they analyze the ashes, they won't fucking believe it. You know.
We want DNA. Fucking hell.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you guys catch his speech the other day that he gave, the interview he gave? He was a bumbling fool, man. He couldn't even, you know what I mean?
Is this that? I mean, I'm really that shit at politics. This geezer, Keir Starmer, he is the one that looks like Max Headroom, isn't
But yes. He is definitely a puppet of the worst kind, right?
He's a fucking bird.
He's a trilateral,
and he's like literally a traitor. He's a traitor, man.
He is. He has done so much. He's devastated this country, man, in the years that he's been in office. This guy, right?
There's only one thing he's ever told the truth about: the fact that his fucking dad was a tool maker.
Yeah, he made a tool. Right?
Yeah, because he was the best tool, or fucking maybe the worst tool, depends how you want to look at it, that the guy ever made. You know what I mean? He's a CIA
puppet, he's a trilateral commission, it's a World Economical Forum, a global elitist, right? He's also the former Crown prosecutor, who the head of the Crown Prosecution Service, who literally decided, right? They all decided that it was not in the best interest of the public to try Jimmy Savile when he was alive, right? He buried it, the motherfucker, right?
Who's this?
Keir Starmer, this piece of shit that is in government right now.
Really?
He staged a coup, right, and removed Jeremy Corbyn as the leader of the fucking Labour Party, right? And he stole it right under him, right? Pretended to be his friend and then fucking kicked him out the door and turned everyone against him. And yeah, this guy is literally the epitome of evil, right? He is the worst kind. He has not only, you see, the whole reason we have separations of power, right, is so that not one person can have total control, like have a dictatorship over us, right? This guy has managed to corral the judicial system and the fucking democratic system and literally the executive system. He's got it all, you know, wrapped up. You know what I mean? He can create any law he wants right now. He can do pretty much anything he wants. This is the guy, apparently, allegedly, who was the civil defense lawyer, right, for the then migrant, right, who was wanted to deport him back to Rwanda, right? So he fought for him and he won him his rights to stay in this country, and then years later his son ends up becoming the Southport fucking killer, right? So this is how sick this guy is, man. This guy's done so much damage to this country, and we've just allowed this fucking idiot to take the fucking most powerful seat in office, right? Right now, when we're in the middle of a nuclear war, this guy is the last person we need in that seat.
Very true. I just want to address drama because it was funny, man, and he's kind of just done without saying no offense, but he's just worded it differently, but done the same thing. It's kind of funny. Okay, this is a joke. People, don't get all uptight. Has Kia fixed the dental problem in the UK? Now, I do see the joke, and the reason is if anyone speaks to any Americans would tell you that there's this kind of like perception of like, yeah, all people in the UK have bad teeth. And maybe like compared to like the US, maybe that might be true. Definitely there's a problem with things like dental services and things like that. For sure.
The Americans see us on things like fucking South Park, Family Guy, shit like that, and it's like, oh, here comes the generic British fucking character.
There's not enough fluoride in the water, so they're gonna start spraying it in the air. Don't worry, we'll fix everyone's teeth.
No, I get it, drama. I get it. That's why I found it funny, bro. I found it funny.
It's funny because
not usually like BBA to find it funny. I thought, as Bear Britain audits, you'd be infuriated right now.
I'm infuriated with if anything, that he's actually probably telling the truth. And I'm infuriated
I'm messing with you.
with everything in the sense of like it's this country, this government, and
Yeah, man.
everything's done to this
No, bro.
country.
I was gonna say, like, if Trump does get to power, right? You know, I really would wonder how the relationship between Mr. Trump and the Keir Starmer ruled England. I mean, ruled UK. Sorry, would be like. I know the chat's gonna get mad at me for.
Trump, right?
What do you say?
He's publicly spoken out against Trump. So
yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
So hopefully he resigns very soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
but I don't know who will take charge though. That's the thing. Who will take charge?
They're all useless, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the country's got to look at all the MPs and decide who they would trust to babysit their kids, and they're the only ones we can vote for.
Well, you know, your vote really doesn't matter, Rob. Honestly, your vote, all it does is it consents to these people governing you, because there's only two parties that are ever going to have a serious chance of getting in, and those two parties are controlled by the same people, right?
They seem to merge in their policies.
The whole point of Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss and Boris Johnson, we literally had so sick of them, right? Where we all voted for Labour because we needed that change, right? Because the most people that actually went out there and voted for this, they were voting for change, right? But what they got was worse than they had before, because it's the same people controlling the same people, right? Either side, just the red and blue tie, you know?
Yeah. True.
You know? Yeah. I mean, shit. Who do you think owns the shit out of this country? Because it ain't us, right?
Well, I was watching something the other day, yeah? And again, maybe it's only speculation, it's only people claiming this, right? But it's more than one person that claims it. They think that Rupert Murdoch, for instance, yeah, has that much power and influence in this country that he single-handedly has the power and influence to put whatever prime minister he wants as prime minister.
Controls them all, man. He owns them all.
Yeah, that was a big thing when he controlled the media as such. The news, everyone used to buy a newspaper, and he controlled a hell of a lot of that.
And he is aligned with the same people, right? It's not just him. It's not him on his own, right? You know, we can't just single out these people, because there's a whole group of these people, and they all back each other. They're all on the same page, right? It's us against them. These are the elitists, right, that want to control the world, right? They see us as nothing more than chickens in a farm to produce for them. They own us. They own the whole fucking world, man. Do you know what I mean? They literally control 93% of the world's resources, right? They own our countries, they own our politicians, they own our media, they feed us the food that they want to feed us. They've destroyed
What's up, man? What's up?
the food supply, you know?
So how would someone work their way up into a position of power like that and do good to get there?
Because these people are controlled through an invisible element, right? There are secret societies, right, that are basically what happened. This is the why, right? The reason why we have separations of power, right? Because when a person A from the judicial part of the government sits down and has a meeting or has a conversation with person B from a judicial, that makes a public record, and anything they say, any business that they conduct, is a matter of public scrutiny. So secret societies exist in order for them to have these conversations that they need to have, right, away from the public scrutiny and the public eye. And that's why these secret societies exist, man. You know, this is why they're having so much lockstep all around the world, is because of the way the whole system is set up, right? You can't get in. If you wanted to go to, you wouldn't get a look in. You wouldn't. They would shun you. They would block you. They would. Everybody wouldn't want to work with you. Otherwise, they would have repercussions on themselves just for talking to you.
Do you think the power was basically back from the days of like the Knights Templar, and then when they got sort of kicked around a lot by the churches and all that sort of shit, and they split into various other forms of power all over the world as such. But yeah, it's sort of like you say, if you're in there, you're in there. Whether you get to go in there would be, usually it's from breeding, isn't it? Go through all the kings and queens and shit. It was all to align things. And that ain't far off nowadays. It's just refined a bit more. And we obviously know about it a lot more. Obviously, you know about it a lot more in these and secret societies and that, because of the freedom the internet's given us, to share shit. And, people, there's always going to be someone who gets pissed off with their secret society and think, fuck it, I'm going to blow the whistle.
Well, no, you see, it's all compartmentalized. Most people in these, in these type of groups, right? It's all benign, right? It's all just normal, generalized meetings, just little traditional fucking ceremonies and chat shit and raise some money. Most of them do a lot of good, right? But it's the system that allows these groups to exist, right, at a much higher level, right, where people who have the power, so because the normal people, the normal Joe, the normal person with a business, all right, he might follow suit because his brother might say, we've got to do this now because we're doing this for a better cause or whatever. But the point is that those people at the highest levels, these Illuminatis, for example, right? These people in the Skull and Bones, and these people, they are a group of elite bloodline, fucking billionaire, trillionaire fucking families, right? Where they are literally, they can't go wrong. There's nothing they can.
Oh yeah, I feel like we're being played like a chess game half the time. The entire world.
These are the people that control the banks, the Wall Streets, the finances, all of this money, the printing of the money, the cash flow. Like people think that Donald Trump's going to come in, he's going to make things cheaper again. He can't. All he can do is spend money. All he can do is write more checks and borrow more money from the same people, right? Which means inflation, right? Because you print money, what's happening? You're going to just print money. Basically, the money becomes devalued, right? So the dollar ain't fucking what it used to be. £100 today. You know what it was worth in 1970. It's like £2,000.
Fucking hell.
Right? That's how much we've devalued our money over here in the UK because we keep printing this shit. We're printing it out of thin air. These people, we got to send more money over to Ukraine. We got to send money to Israel. We got money for them, but we don't have money for our own people, right?
Yeah.
This is madness, man. Because we're paying this shit. They're robbing us. They're taking money from us. And you can't even. You say, well, I don't pay no tax. I don't. You do pay. Everyone pays tax, man. Everything you buy, everything you pay for. You want to buy fucking cigarettes, you pay tax. Everything you pay, you have to pay tax. This tax isn't owed. Isn't a debt. Right? They collect this money and supposedly pay the government, right? And anything left over is supposed to go towards, fucking shit that we need to fucking do to improve society, right? But these people are not doing that. They're taking all this money, filling their pockets, while fucking sending money to these fucking wankers abroad. You know what I mean? They're paying them. They're stealing our money.
I do hate the fact as well that this cold weather payments for older people and stuff, taking that away, I think that's just so they put older people at risk. Older people are having pensions. They don't like the fact that people are living longer, so they got to pay pensions for longer. And it's a quick way to save some money, isn't it? It's just,
well, either Keir Starmer takes a cut in his paycheck, or we're going to have to cut a few fucking elderly people's fucking winter payments. You know what I mean? Keir Starmer ain't going to take a pay cut. No way. He wants his extra. He wants his little. He wants to pay for his second home as well. He wants the security. He wants to do all of the pay for all his stuff. Do you know what I mean? How much did he? That house that he's going to move into, the flat. Boris Johnson's just spent 800,000, right, to kit it all out and decorate it and whatever. He's moved in there. He's going to spend how much to decorate it? Dude, it was just decorated, man. I spent nearly £1 million decorating this place. What are you fucking decorating?
Fucking hell.
Right?
That's mad shit, isn't it?
Right? The fuck, man? What was he doing? Spunking up against the wall or something? You've got to fucking revamp the place. What the fuck, man? You spent £1 million to fix the place up, man. You could build a new fucking building for that kind of money.
Gold plate my entire fucking gaff. Thank you very much. I'm gonna fucking bling this shit up.
All on the taxpayer's dime. And the royal family is even worse, man. Right? They're squirreling money away. They're renting property to the NHS. You know, dude, it was our money. It was our land. You took it. Now you're renting it back to the NHS, making money. What the fuck's going on here, man? No one's keeping anything in check, man. No one's keeping an eye on these fucking thieving bastards.
Yeah, well, I feel for him, mate. I really do. It's yeah, fucking hell. I mean, Scotland's cold in the middle of fucking August, isn't it? Fuck's sake. So in winter time. It's sick though. I mean, that payment did help. You know what I mean? There's so many people that did help.
The war in the Ukraine, right, has driven the energy prices up, right?
Well, the thing is as well, you know what I mean? I've always been against the privatization of power, water, general stuff that we need, whether it be gas or electric. General stuff that we need, our transport, our fucking train system, that into private hands that people are making profits on, and that's more important than anything is to continue paying out to the people that have invested. And it's like bollocks. That should be run like it used to be by the government. They're held accountable for whatever with it, and the money that these places make for people, well, you know, if we had a decent government, they would be using that money to put it back in for the benefit of people. That's what MPs are supposed to be there for, and it's like have a voice for a majority of us. That's why we fucking vote for them in our local elections and all that bollocks. It's having someone that has got basically decent fucking ideas and able to get shit done that makes it better for everyone. Everyone that's, you know what I mean? They're not there to fucking gain for themselves. You know, it takes a certain type of character and person, and there is so many fucking wankers in the MP world. You know, and they hide the good ones because they're stamped down, because they ain't gonna make money for their friends and themselves. It's fucked up. And yeah, the whole voting thing and everything, and having decent people doing decent things for our country and us, you know, that should be their priority. Fuck me, that's power. Being known for doing something fucking amazingly good, instead of being known for, you know, shagging a pig's head or something, whatever these fucking MPs do nowadays, getting their funny little clubs. You know what I mean? But that sounds a little bit too much of a perfect system, so it ain't going to ever happen, is it? So I just sit back and on another one.
People are ill-educated. You know, most people are ill-educated, and there's a reason why they are ill-educated, because you know, an educated slave is not a very good slave, right?
No.
So
depends if Madame requires me to do the hoovering. She knows I hate that.
Yeah. And this is one of the reasons why they in our schools they destroy the creativeness and the critical logical thinking that children have. You know, they want them to conform and to follow a specific.
Yeah, I think they did do. I think it has changed quite a lot by the people, you know, of our age that would be, are teaching and that, and the way the system has
Yeah.
changed. I
It's
do
because
see it
the
a lot
government's
better now
involved.
with my own kids going through school and that, and even the change from, say, the 90s up to 2000 sort of thing. And then, sometimes it's a little bit too fucking PC, but, it's kids get a lot more help. If truth be told, instead of me putting my energies into being a class clown as such, because the lessons to me was like, well, this is pretty fucking obvious. Okay, 2 + 2 is 5. Fuck you. It's it was a case of if you're bored because you got better skills elsewhere, say you're good at maths or something like that. I mean, nowadays they recognise that, and kids that haven't got the skills, they have a teacher's helper helping them through, or if they've got a particular disorder, it used to be fucking back in our days, the worst that it got as such was if you couldn't see the blackboard because you needed glasses or something. Fucking, that shows my age. Blackboard, fuck.
Here's the problem that most schools have, most public schools, right? They employ so many people, right? And most of them are ill qualified, right? And not very well prepared, right, to teach kids. And anyone that actually does come through, that actually is a good teacher and is proven to be a good teacher, a private school will snap him up. And that's where they snap up all the good teachers, right?
Yeah, I can imagine that, to be fair.
Right. So you end up with, basically a public school with lower than adequate education resources and, personnel that can, let's be fair, some of them shouldn't even be in those positions, right? I mean, I've seen
so this is the trouble as well, and just knowing this from someone close to me that is in that profession. The ones that are the worst are the sort of the management, because they don't actually get to teach many kids because they don't want to teach the kids. They're into the management part of it, telling the other teachers, and make sure this one gets their grades up, make sure this one does that, does this.
They want to be the dictator,
They don't want to actually change a child's life or whatever. And I know that this particular person is extremely good and really, really helps. It's going to be one of those people that you'll remember from your days at school that helped you. You know what I mean? That actually, that one teacher that you clicked with, sort of thing, because they sort of, knew where you was coming from, had a good rounded personality. And it's very difficult if you've got problematic children. Having to deal with, someone who is going home to abuse, and having to sort of like put things in order, or what I mean, like grassing up certain things to higher levels for them to deal with. But you're still on the front line of changing lives of kids that might go fucking completely the wrong way, because they, have the whole school system and that shit. But they might connect with a decent teacher, and that takes some, really nice people to do that. The ones that don't like doing that seem to be the ones that get into a more power position and use the skills of the good ones to forward themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of that, especially in the corporate industry. In the corporate world,
I'm gonna advise this person to now look at higher paid positions at private schools.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. Private schools, if you're a good teacher, the private schools will just snap you up, and that's where all the good teachers end up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, which is a shame.
Yeah. Well, I understand it. I mean, if you've got skills, right, and someone's going to offer you more money, you're going to go where the money's going to send you, man. You need to improve your life and make your family better. It's just a common sense thing to do. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
It's in the public school system where you've got the government involved, and the government's going to tell you what to do. This is the problem. The government gets involved in the schools, and since the government has gotten involved and started to dictate what the schools can and cannot do, and we've lost. We've just got brainwashed, morons. Instead of like principals, we've got wardens. Do you know what I mean?
But it all went a bit weird when they started turning some schools, I know, into academies, and they were like sort of self-funding and stuff. I don't know quite what, but it really fucked up the school system a bit. That suddenly it's not.
They also lowered the grading standards as well. That basically at that time when they changed over to the academy, you started coming out with the city and guilds and all this shit, right? Where people were getting O levels and A levels before, right? Remember? And they switched that. So it basically created a lower standards, right, for pass grades at certain ages. Do you know what I mean? So people
they did
deliberately becoming ill-educated,
The time when they upped standards was literally the year after me at secondary school. So when I left, I was 15, coming on to 16. So I was a young one in the year, and they changed it over to because it was either CSEs or O levels. And you basically done your 5 years at secondary school. It didn't matter what the fuck you done for those 5 years. I think I had 2 pieces of A4 paper from my science class. And it didn't matter because you had one exam at the end of it all. You went in the exam hall, you fucking tried to see your mate's answers, and off you went. You got your results. But the year after me, they turned to GCSE. And they suddenly had a good percentage of their passing or whatever was all on their material. And it was, on shit that they had done over the 5 years and each year. And it was like, fucking hell, I'm so glad I missed that. It was like, I pissed about at school, good and proper. And then, just done the exams. It was, most of it's common sense. A lot of it was A, B, C, or D. And you just random. Finished. Can I go for a fag now?
I mean, these places, these course places, colleges, and stuff like that. You've got these colleges where you can go and do further education. These places are funded by government, are incentivized to have a certain pass rate. If they fall below a certain pass rate, they lose funding. So, which is
that's why they have all the teacher helpers and stuff like those kids that make the dip in the scale.
It's fair enough. It forces them to keep to a certain standard, right? But what happens is when they solely rely on that source of funding to stay afloat, right? They fudge the numbers, right? They start, they'll take on contracts with. There was this one college that I worked with. They took on, like the early school, like school leavers, basically, like 18 plus or whatever.
Yeah.
You could do a computer course, right? But in order for them to continue, earning their job seekers, whatever it is they were giving them, they had to do this course. And if they didn't turn up and they didn't do the course properly, or they didn't pass or whatever, if we would lose our funding and they would lose their, their money. They wouldn't get funded. They wouldn't get their weekly money or whatever it is they give.
Yeah.
So you could see that most of these kids didn't want to be there, right? And it was really hard to engage or keep them engaged, give them something, like engaging to, especially when they don't want to be there. You just give a kid a computer and tell him he's got to be somewhere. He doesn't want to do the course. He just wants to sit there and fuck around on a computer, watch YouTube or some shit. Yeah, we literally had to block things like Facebook and YouTube and all of that from the colleges. You can't access any of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? You can only access certain material. How you doing? You back? You ready to shut down?
Am I shutting down? Nah, and for another 5-10 minutes, we're all right.
I swear, I heard you cooking bacon.
What?
I thought I could hear a frying pan, someone cooking bacon.
Raiding
I
the fridge.
assumed you as
Nah,
well. Okay.
Is the fridge all right?
the fridge is all right, man. Nah, I needed to do something. I know you're up here. You're capable of holding the fort. But no, in about 10 minutes I will, and then like give everyone a chance for those who are going to go over to society, go and have a pee and everything. Yeah, society's going live at night. So
Jesus, time has flown.
I know it's like 2.5 hours. That's crazy. I only had the intention of going live for an hour or something, so didn't really have anything in particular to speak about. It was one of those. I just thought I'd acknowledge the fact that I hit the 100k, and I'm about a week late, but you know.
Yeah.
You don't
Well,
below.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, I would have thought you would have done a short live considering you already hit the milestone of 100k subs, but it's been an interesting live, and so Society is going live today, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Society's going live at 9.
All right.
And no doubt Society will have something in store or whatever, you know.
Friday night,
live, so.
Oh, Friday night.
Someone will get booted from some live and start a live up to have a moment about booted from that live.
It's a Friday night, you know, something's going to go down on the tube somewhere.
What do you think is going to go down, BBA? What do you think?
I usually have at least 5 tabs open.
These days, mate, nothing would surprise me. Let's just put it that way.
Who is your favorite guest from
Surprises
Society?
me on here anymore?
Nah. Who's your
My favorite
guest?
what?
Who's your favorite guest on Society X?
Favorite guest? That's that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a
Who's
bit
my
mad. That
favorite?
one. I'm clicking through fucking names in my head. He's got the echo.
Is it me?
I'm not too sure. There's a lot of good panelists on there.
I think it's Bear.
Yeah, there are a lot of good panels and individuals on the panel, but yeah, who would be your top? Let's say 5.
As UK auditor creating the. Hello.
Yes.
I think Bear's knocked his mic off the table.
Oh yeah, I know. I did notice that. Yeah, Outlaw King. I'd say Ubers is an interesting individual. Yeah, I thought a lot of people would be saying Crinkle, but Crinkle is just Crinkle. Crinkle is just. I don't know. Crinkle's just Crinkle, isn't it? So Mellows, do you have a YouTube channel? I know it's me.
To be fair, out of all the people that he's had on there from his earlier days to now, I would say Gamer is the one that brought a lot of attention.
Oh yeah, Gamer. Gamer's another level. You know what? I take back what I said about Crinkle. Gamer is my favorite.
I thought that was an obvious one, but yeah,
Gamer is just—he's all over the place.
True, he was up and down and sideways, wasn't he, via Jamie's lives. We all see the lifestyle of Gamer.
I know. His beef with BBA is just funny, you know. His beef with BBA. I don't know. Does he ever come back on lives?
He sort of has his moments now and again. He usually jumps on.
Hopefully jumps on now. You know, Gamer will be interesting. I never seen you Mellows before in Society X.
I I stay away from people like Crinkle and shit like that. So anyway.
Yeah, fair enough, bro. Do you have a YouTube channel? I've been wanting to ask.
I don't really. Yeah.
What do you say? Sorry.
Eyes on the Audit, Vigilante Media. It's a couple of small YouTube channels.
Well, that's how I know you from, was with you and Bear. And I'd have all your channels, I think it was up, and it'd be like bing, 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 Eyes on the Audit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some good stuff on there.
Yeah.
But you stand out, Mellows, because of your voice.
My voice?
Yeah, voice. Smooth. It's like laying down on a cushion full of fucking, I don't know, pom-poms or something, you know, smooth to the ear. I'm not saying I'll fall asleep to you, you know, I'm not. I don't think I've ever heard you rage. Have you ever raged? Like proper fucking raged on someone?
Yeah. Yeah, you should have seen me on TPP when I was over there. It was just became such a toxic.
I do see those lives come up. I sort of bounce about a bit. If there's shit being said that I ain't got a clue about, it's like,
I mean, for me, it was more of you know, I'm trying to protect the channel, right? Trying to protect the panel, you know, like.
Wait, no. So what was? Sorry. I was gonna mainly ask. So, if you do have a YouTube channel, what is it? What videos do you sort of make?
I make all kinds of videos, man. I make. I mean, lately I've been making a lot of music videos, making AI music and shit.
Wow.
BNC Records. It's a new channel.
I see.
Of mine, if he's in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm more of a behind the scenes sort of guy. Do you know what I mean? Fair enough. Mellows. I think that's why I don't really focus too much on my channels, because I'm always doing other things. You know?
So if you know Mellows, it's like back in the day. Then you knew the geezer to get the rave tickets off. You know what I mean? You knew.
So I was gonna ask Mellows and to everyone really in the chat and in the panel, what do you sort of think about auditing now, and like in this current sort of era?
I think there's more of a need, of a need for auditing now than there has ever been, in my opinion. And I think auditing as activism, right? Because I've been an activist for a long time. I marched against the war in Iraq, you know, in 2013. Do you know what I mean? I basically, in 2003, I think it was.
Yeah.
You just made a cup of tea.
In 2013, I marched in, you know, with the Anonymous crowd. Do you know what I mean? I've been involved in activism and I've seen it change over the years. Do you know what I mean?
Respect,
the only thing that has made an actual impact, right, is auditing, in my opinion. Made change, you know, especially in America, where, you know, people have created case law and changed laws. You know, if we somehow harness that ability and case law in this country.
Yeah. It's like, for me, auditing is just highlighting the disparities in public service. You know, the fact that certain legislation like the Terrorism Act and Section 1 of PACE is extremely abused. It was only like I don't know how many years ago it was that Section 44 of the Terrorism Act was repealed as a result of it violating human rights, basically. Yeah. So I think, you know, auditing does play a role, but what I was meaning to ask is, what do you think about the auditors? You know, the new ones that came out.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't fuck with a lot of them, man, because I believe that a lot of people do this for the wrong reason, man, or they're doing it not for their own reasons. You know, I'm not saying there's a right way and there's a wrong way. Some of them shouldn't even be doing it, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what do you mean by, let's say, the wrong reasons? If you don't mind answering that, Mellows, I'd love to hear your
Well,
answer.
they do it for clicks and views.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is the primary goal
yeah.
and motivation.
I think if I can put, I mean, if I had the ability, I would put Anne Marie.
You don't become an
Sorry.
activist to make money, right? That's my issue. You don't become an activist to make money. You're not an activist if you're making money out of it, right?
Yeah,
I'm not against people making money out of it. I'm just saying, you're doing it for the wrong fucking reason.
yeah. Yeah. If that's your sole sort of outlook, then yeah. And I would like to just relay to Anne Marie's chat that auditing in general is needed, even just to encourage people to not be afraid to film. But auditing channels popping up on YouTube, then I don't believe they are on it for the right reasons. And I'd agree with you. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'll let you see what you have to say, Mellows.
I think there's a very fine line, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, there is no right and wrong way, right? And if you're gonna call yourself an activist, right, and you really want to change, right, you literally have to be the change you want to be. You can't be participating in the old world while wanting to live in a new world. You can't do things that created the problem. You can't rely on people who created the problem to fix the problem. You know what I mean? You have to literally be the change that you want to see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I know. I see what you're saying, and I agree with you, Mellows. Yeah, because like I said, and News at Yorkshire puts it perfectly. Activism must cost you money, or you're in it for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Many activists have donation accounts to support the activism.
Yes.
Yeah, to be honest, for me, for auditing, I've done this before for a brief time, but I want to see how it goes. And, I really do appreciate the support I've received from BBA, from, DP audits, and from every single one of you. I mean, I don't mean to make it about me, but I just see auditing as, like you said, Mel, as a form of activism. Even if you're doing a silent audit, you're engaging in some sort of activism. It must cost you. I wouldn't even say money. It must cost you something. Because a lot of times, it costs your freedom. It costs you, as a result of you being arrested for the wrong reasons. It must cost you at least something, in my opinion.
Yeah.
UKT, I agree with you. If it's about money, then you got it wrong. I'm about 1K down. Yeah, I'm sorry for reading chats. BBA is currently not on here, so I think we should take over the panel.
It'll probably come back in a minute.
But I just wanted to ask Mellows. I know it's slightly. I mean, it would be a bit of off topic, but are you from London by any chance? Sorry.
I lived in London for a long time. I don't live there anymore.
Okay, all right. I could see that Cockney accent. My apologies.
I kind of lived all over the UK.
Yeah. That's a good spirit to have.
It's
You have to excuse me. I'm building.
Yeah, me too.
Can't
The country that I grew up and knew is not the same country that we all live in today, right? The moral compass has changed, right? People's society was more community based back in my day when I was growing up, right? Whereas today, although we are an integrated society, we are distant, even in the family, inside the family, right? You used to have this family meal time and all this stuff back in the day. Nowadays, everyone's just doing their own thing, They don't even come together anymore. They don't even speak to each other anymore. Sort of thing. They might even live in the same house, but they don't hardly even speak to each other anymore. It's always working or doing some shit.
But they might
Moral
not speak. They still messaging. They're messaging on their phone. That's what's taken over.
Well, you know, back then, like I said, money was different, right? I mean, the father would go out and work and come back, and you know, the money he would earn would feed the whole family. Now, everybody has to go out and work, and even that's not enough, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's the problem. Everyone's too wrapped up in their own little world, doing their own little thing, trying to do, you know what I mean? And of course, you have the freedoms, but you know, the problem with freedom is you have the freedom to choose less freedoms. And the problem we have with that is if you get a majority of people choosing less freedoms, then we all have less freedoms. And that's where we're at today. People falling asleep at the wheel, ill-educated, deliberately, and brainwashed with media and coerced, intimidated, and manipulated into this fucking cult that we all live in, right? The cult of royalty, cult of parliament, and cult of police. You know, I mean, I grew up knowing the fact that there was police. You could call them, and they would come and arrest some criminal, right? Who was trying to break into your house.
Literally couldn't get into my own stream house, man. No way.
But today we can't. Welcome back, man. Today we can't. We're worried if we phone the police, they'll end up coming and fucking making the whole thing even worse. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it's a weird system that we've developed, and it needs a reform, quick, sharp. You know.
Hey, Mellows, I appreciate you holding the panel, man. I am UK Order. UK Order. I appreciate you coming up, bro. Rob, always a pleasure.
Nice one, Rob.
Likewise.
Apologies for my absence. Yeah, I'll try and start firing up a couple more of these, man. Like,
nice
at some point. But yeah, man. Society's going to be live in the next 3 minutes, people. So anyone that wants to go over there, head over there, and I'll see you all there, I guess.
All right.
Big up the 100K.
BBA 100K. BBA 100K.
Yeah,
congratulations.
God bless you all, man. God bless you all, and I'll see you all over on Societies, man.
Thank you. See you.
Nah, Societies apparently is 9:30. All right, well, it still gives people a chance to.
Yeah, was gonna say that as well, so that it gives people a chance to do whatever they
do. Well, just zone out a minute. You know what I mean? Everyone's just been watching that, so watching this and tuned in. So
yeah,
for a minute or so.
Goodbye, everyone in the chat. Thanks for having me, Bear. Thank you, UK Auditing.
Yeah, there's loads of ambulances and everything here. Do you want to see this first?
Go on.
Yeah, there's like 4 ambulances. God damn, let me turn this on for you.
Put on full screen. Dog.
Yo.
There's always some action going on. Move your camera up a bit. There you go.
Welcome to the UK.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that?
There you go.
That's better, right?
Yep.
Loads of ambulances.
Someone's been hurt.
There's like 4 ambulances here, whatever there's going on. This is only some little small compound.
It's probably a car accident, no?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Live audit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for his 100K, yeah. Go over there, audit the shit out of him.
There's fire engines and all sorts. This is only a small little compound. There's no one ever usually down here. Tactical rescue. I wonder if some urban explorer's gone wrong.
Oh shit.
There's tactical rescue here. There's a fire engine inside. There's a police car inside. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 ambulances. I'm stood near the ambulances now. Madness that, but I'll be honest, this is only a little unit. There's never anybody in there, or it's never being used in any way. Yeah. Well, you reckon someone was homeless in there, or I don't know what it is. Like I say, it's just a little unit. There's like 2. I don't know. You can't really see. I can't zoom in, and obviously don't want to get any closer. But there's, yeah, I don't want to get too close, like, and be in the way. Do you know what I mean? They're taking loads of equipment in. They've just taken some stuff out of an ambulance and taking it in. Some tactical rescue van. Never even seen one of them, if I'm honest. Not round these ways. That's gone in there and opened up. Who knows? Maybe it's just like some drill or something.
Wait, what? A drill?
Well, I don't know. It could be an exercise.
What is that place?
Like I said, just a little unit, man. It's never got anything there. I'm not going outside, guy, but I don't really want to go too close and then be in the way. Do you know what I mean? And the fire engine itself's got like a telescopic pole that's like been extended on the top. I don't know if it's to give them maybe just more light. I imagine it is. It looks like it's got lights beaming off of it. I don't know. It's got to be urban explorers or something, because there's no reason anyone would be in there, UK. You know where this is.
It's a place like an abandoned building.
No, well, like I say, it's a unit. There's not like, I never see it being used. I never see it being used. Like whether it's just kids playing in there or someone's in there, I'm not too sure. I mean, I'd like to say hopefully it's nothing serious, but there's 4 fucking ambulances, a police car, a fire engine, and a tactical rescue van. So makes me think like maybe something's up. You know what I mean?
Tactical rescue.
Yeah, it said tactical rescue on the van. Yeah.
Does that mean firearms?
I wouldn't have thought so. No, I thought it would have meant like I don't know. I don't know, bro. There's a woman and a guy there, so it could be like someone related to them and they've been called here, do you know what I mean? But like I said, I don't really want to intrude. It's not the time if there's something serious going on, do you know what I mean? Just out of respect, you don't do that.
There are multiple tactical rescue forces in the UK, including fire and rescue services, the Military Search and Rescue SAR Service, and the United Kingdom International Search and Rescue Team UK ISAR. That's fire and rescue.
More fire and rescue, is that what it is?
West Midlands Fire Service.
And there was a civilian car, like a private car, parked up. There's now two, but I imagine one's the bloke and this woman. So yeah, maybe it is urban explorers or something. But someone's definitely being brought out because I've seen them taking in. I don't know what you would call them, but you know the things they would lie you on to carry you out. I ain't got a clue, mate. I was just walking past and see there's a load of shit going on. I'm thinking maybe it's like only going to have a guess, but maybe urban explorers or something. Maybe it's gone wrong. I don't know. It's a lot. Really ain't got a clue though. I never see it being used. Never see it being used. But there's a fire engine. There's a tactical rescue van just gone in, and there's now another ambulance. So 5 ambulances. So, don't know. I am not too sure, mate. Not too sure. I don't know if it's like maybe family members of someone that's in there.
Technical rescue enhance the technical skills to deal with incidents that fall outside the normal remit of fire crews, such as rope rescue, swift water rescue, and more. Urban search and rescue established 9/11 attacks, which showed.
Look serious though. Like I say, another ambulance has just turned up. So that's 5 ambulances on scene, as well as a fire engine, tactical rescue, and 1 police unit.
In the event of a terrorist attack or other major incidents such as widespread flooding.
Nah, they definitely took stretchers or something again.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, like I say, no one's too badly hurt, man, if someone's in there hurt.
There's a big building.
No, it's just a little unit, bro. It's no more than like... it's hard to explain it. Like, and the only way I can explain it is, you know, like the fire end. You know, like when you go to a fire station.
Yeah.
Hopefully, just whoever it is okay. Good, mate. Everything. What's going on here? I said, what's going on here? Everyone all right?
Yeah, I think that's some kids got in there.
Oh, no way. Got hurt?
I don't know. I don't know what they've been doing in there. I think they've been smoking in there, I think.
Have they? Yeah. There's a lot of ambulances, isn't there? So.
Yeah, I suppose, when I pulled up.
Quite concerning, though, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Don't want to, like, be in the way. Shit, man, there is a lot of fucking shit going on right now. So I just spoke to some guy who looks like he just pulled up. He doesn't actually know what's going on. But he thinks that there's maybe some kids in there or something. Maybe, I don't know. Don't look good, though. Taking a lot of rescue equipment and things into the actual unit itself. Trying to back some vehicle in. There's no point in even asking anybody professionally what's going on because you just know they're not going to tell me. Taking another bed through on wheels. So it makes me think maybe there's more than one person injured in there. Shit. No, I think he wants you to reverse it in, not bloody. You'd think so, Big G, but two of the ambulances look like not like your ordinary ambulances, if that probably don't make sense. They got ambulance on them, but they look like they're used more for it just says emergency response unit on the side of it, and then ambulance on the back. Doesn't have any blue beacons all the way around the van. So I really don't know.
Oh, what's happened, mate?
Not a clue, man. No. Apparently,
Two homeless people was living in there.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't know. They was living in there. They're like,
Someone's got to be dead in there. It's being zero here.
There's a lot of people here, isn't there?
yeah.
I think we lost him.
Yeah. Is everyone there?
I'm still here. He's gone, and it's just brought you up on the full screen. I don't have the access to change it.
I see.
He'll be back in a minute as he reconnects. Yeah. Don't know what's happened, man. I mean, we can speculate.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yo, he's back.
Yeah, that's nice going. Yeah, fuck no. It's just attracted, a couple of young lads and that kids that come down now. They were just asking me. They were just saying they believe 2 homeless people were living in there at some point, but that doesn't coincide with what that other guy just said about now they're trying to get around the back with one of the beds. So it's hard to really know what it is that's going on right now, to be honest. The only thing I can do is look to see who they bring out. Like, they're definitely looking to try and bring someone out of there. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's a weird one, anyway.
What's the place called? Yeah, I don't know what the place is, actually, to be fair. Got another car just turned up, a white BMW. I'm assuming that's some sort of well, it is an emergency vehicle in some way. It's got lights fitted on it. But like I say, yeah, the kids. Thanks, Grim. Thanks, mate.
How you doing, bro?
All right, I've postponed the live I was going to do tonight because of your 10K. Sorry, 100K. Get it right.
Oh no, I was meant to shut it down by now. To be honest,
No. It's fine. I've changed it for tomorrow night. I didn't want to interrupt, so don't worry. Keep it going, mate.
No. Honestly, I won't soon. I wasn't going to anyway. I was shutting down at 9 because I knew there was a few lives going on. Yours, I think.
Well, I was going to go on
Society's live as well at 9:30, apparently. So, and I was shutting down, and then I was like, "Hey, there's loads of emergency vehicles here, and there's something going on." So, I thought I would stand here and try and find out, but I feel like a prick if I try and get any closer.
Apart from you feeling like a prick and being a prick, you've still got 25 people watching, and taking part. So it's down to you, mate. I'd say just sort of nip up and just say, look, I've changed what I was going to do, postponed it until tomorrow. It gives me a chance to get some sleep as well. So, yeah, no, it's not a problem, mate. You can carry on to whenever you want to. But well done in your 100K achievement.
Yeah, I appreciate you all. I didn't get there alone.
Just goes to show what networking does for people. And it's the most important thing. Doesn't matter where you get to, it's the support behind it that matters and keeps you going when things go shite at times. Because because it always was. Anyway, mate, I'm going to disappear.
Yeah. I'm going to shut this down in 5 anyway, mate. Like I say, even if you're not going live, society is. So I'm going to shut it down, and I'll probably just head over there and have a chin wag over there.
Yeah, no worries. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow night I'm going to go do it 7:15.
What time? 15:15 or 7:30?
7:15 to 7:30. It's fine.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So if you want to come over, please do so. I'll make sure you get the link because I'm not doing
mate, no worries.
on our lives. I've nicked somebody else's StreamYard. All right. Tomorrow.
All right. Take care, mate. DP, that's what I'm thinking about doing, to be fair. Di, good to see you. Yeah, like I say, people, I'm probably going to shut this down. Like I say, Society's going live as well at 9:30. So everyone jump over there. And what I'm probably going to do is just float about, and like DP's just said there, to be honest, I already planned on doing that. Going to try and get a bit of pre-recorded footage, so at least if bit of information comes out, I can put a little story and that together on what's happened. But yeah, much love, UK Order. Much love, bro.
Much love to you too, BBA. Congrats on your 100k subs once again, and hopefully once in doing with your footage, if I'm at Societies, we'll see you there as well.
Respect, bro.
See you guys there.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to leave this, and as I say, I'll be over in Societies anyway. But yeah, I'm going to have a little float about here a minute and see what's happening, see who comes out, etc. Thanks everyone who's came in. Do appreciate it. Those that are stuck around. And yeah, like I say, I'll start doing more structured lives. Just want to try and fit them around everybody else, so I'm not clashing or coinciding with anyone else's life. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and I'll see you over on Societies. Peace.
Out in the streets, bare burn, out in a freedom fighter, holding the government puppets to account, out there fighting people's rights, highlighting corruption.